Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes!
Three-man weaving it to start the show.
Oh, I almost messed up.
Mike, again, car issues.
Man,
Yeah.
He should have kept his last car.
this the worst one, though.
Yeah.
This is just hearing this a few minutes ago, I kind of felt bad for him a little bit. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, saying too much.
He's okay, by the way. I know it sounds like he done got into like this super wreck. He's fine.
I'm just saying, getting your car towed, man, bro.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It really is.
Man, bro. Like, at least, I don't even want to say at least. I mean, getting your car hit, being in an accident, those are definitely, I guess, more work. But it's nothing like waking up.
And
Today, he's thinking he about to go to work, and you go out there and your car just gone. Your car just gone.
Yeah.
It's not funny, but it is.
Your car just gone.
And you don't know where it is.
The reason it is funny to me is because he texted the group chat 10 minutes before
the
we were
show.
supposed to start the
Being
show.
goofy.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on? How did you just find
Oh,
but-
you mean that part?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he said he had known. He just didn't hit the group chat because he was trying to find where his car was. So
That makes sense.
it wasn't like he was leaving 10 minutes before the
I
show.
thought you were just leaving 10 minutes before.
But yeah, man, that's you had your car towed before.
I
right?
had John's car towed, and I had to deal with it because I was the reason his car got towed.
At the older.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I know you've had your car towed before, right?
I don't think so.
Um,
Maybe I had my old car towed in our old complex because I probably left my car out in the wrong spot. Because if you parked in like the normal spots, then if you there like after 10, they could tow your shit.
That's basically what happened to Mike.
Yeah.
His apartment complex has a permit. He forgot
And
his
you don't have a
permit,
permit.
and they took his car.
when we first, but one of the first years we moved over there, I guess my mom thing, it either expired or it I forget what happened, but she thought her car was stolen.
Yeah.
So I
That's the
remember-
first thing that goes through your mind when your car gets towed.
I ran around the entire car just looking for my mama's car just to find out if they had told
That would
it.
be funny if somebody stole a car and
And
just
lived
parked
it
it
in
on
the
the other side.
complex.
Yeah, but that's how young I was, just dumb,
Yeah.
just stupid. I was in like 7th grade. But yeah, and that's the other part about getting your car towed is when you go to the tow place. Them people ain't caring about your
They
car.
really
bro.
not.
Nah.
They not caring about your car.
We waited outside waiting for them to open the gate for like an hour and a half when
Yeah.
John got his car towed. That's why he said, I'll be there by the end of the episode. I'm thinking in my head, probably not.
It's
Probably
like
not.
in order to get those jobs at the desk window thing, is you have to be like a damn robot.
Yeah.
Because that is the annoying part of getting your car towed.
And you
trying to
gotta
get-
have thick skin because you're dealing with annoyed people.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're dealing with people who just got their car towed, so they finna automatically pull up with attitude, and you gotta deal with that. And we got told once. Me and my sister got her car towed when we were downtown one time for we was just out kicking it. Or whatever.
Damn, I can't
And
imagine
we-
getting my car towed
And
downtown.
apparently, this is when Lori Lightfoot was there. Apparently, at 10:30, you have to get your car off the sides of the street or something like that. And we didn't know that. And we go outside after we at this little bar spot, and the car gone. And then you see all these tow trucks driving through the city with cars.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, Lori had these.
I didn't even know they towed in the city.
Yes, I think it's a new rule now. Now the new mayor has changed it, but
Which is
you could park
no,
on the street.
who's the new mayor?
I just know his name is Johnson.
Brandon Johnson.
Brandon Johnson. Yeah.
Brandon Johnson. But yeah, I see in the city, in that type of situation, I'd just be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna just park right here. Just give me a ticket, because that's what I'd be thinking. They're just gonna give you a ticket. Towing? Oh hell no! Don't tow me in the
And
city.
you got to go under lower whacker in order to get it.
Oh.
And
Oh,
going
yeah,
under
that's the
lower
worst,
whacker,
bro.
when you got to go under lower whacker, you know that
I done got
GP
lost, ended up in Lower Wacker. It's
Yes,
like, oh
bro.
my God, bro.
That's the worst, bro.
or either lower Michigan. Oh my God, your GPS just gets lost.
Because sometimes it wants you to be, it think you on top of the
Yes,
bridge and you below the
yes.
bridge. It's-
I'm on lower. Why you got me higher?
Take a left. The damn lake is left. What do you mean
Right,
take a left?
exactly, for real. That's legitimately the most frustrating thing, because it's been like that for years, and you
Yeah.
would think that they would know how to, decipher which is which. But
Now
no,
if my GPS try to take me there, I just avoid it.
Yeah.
I'm just not even gonna go.
We went to Mason's house one time, and that's what happened because he lives right around
Yes, he
there.
does.
And I'm like, bro, we gonna be an hour late trying to get out of this shit. Well, Mike, hopefully he'll walk in the episode later. If not, then we just gonna do what we gotta do.
but what about the Mike Ball burner?
He'll be all right. He got enough content. I saw clips put together like 3 different videos this
Oh, yeah.
week. Like he's been in the
Yes.
lab
One of
working.
Pierre had me dying.
I didn't
last
watch
night,
that
bro.
one yet.
I didn't watch it.
I just
either.
saw it was in the subscription
I
box.
saw it. I clicked on it. I
what
looked
is it
at some
called?
of the
The
comments.
podcast Crash Out or
Yes.
something like that. I gotta watch it. Leave a like, subscribe. Adios. Go over to Spotify, Apple, on the road to 100,000 subscribers. This is the best basketball podcast that will be dropping today.
It will be. And I want to speak that into existence. We don't care about the competition. We don't.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah, JJ.
Yeah, this our territory.
We
We
was
don't be
doing this-
trying to pull up to Staples dunking on people.
Facts. And if we wanted to, we could.
Talk that.
Exactly. They don't know that we can hoop and we can do podcasts. They not the only multiversatile people out there.
Yep.
They
I did listen to the podcast. It was phenomenal.
They ain't.
It is.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's gonna be the.
I know it's gonna be good, but I didn't even know it dropped today. I just saw the clip out, but I didn't know it was coming out today.
Yeah.
I think yesterday was just like a promo. I don't know if they was clipping now. I think it was just
Oh.
like the announcement. But that's a good setup they got there, man. We
Yeah.
bottle of wine. They stole that from you. Me and D Mills was talking about doing our little thing, and D Mills was like, man, we can have wine for our stuff, and they had the wine. Can they make it a little bit more light in there? It's all dim.
I think that's the
Nah,
aesthetic that
that's
they're
the
looking
aura
for.
that they want. They don't want you to be able to see.
I like when it's a little lighter. What y'all been on though? Basketball?
It's been. I went to the Bucks game recently.
Yes. Talk to us.
That arena be rocking.
A phenomenal game to be at,
It
by the way.
was.
I was jealous that you was there for that.
That arena be rocking, man.
Yeah.
And I love it. The energy.
Bobby Portis.
Yes, Bobby. The love that Bobby gets in that arena is crazy, bro. Like I wish he got that love here. I wish he was playing at the level that he's playing at now. But like, I think also being at that game, it kind of shows you that Dame didn't need Giannis. He just needed Bobby Portis and a bunch of role players. Like,
Wait,
I'm joking.
what?
I'm joking.
who?
I'm
No,
joking.
no, he not.
I'm joking.
He saw the look on
I'm
our
joking.
face.
I'm joking.
I don't know you. I don't think you was
I'm
joking.
messing around. But it is fun to see Dame and Bobby do their thing whenever Giannis is out. They both seem to take their game to another level. And Bobby was just hitting shots. He hit a sidestep three, Jakob, and then Dame was just facilitating in that first half beautifully. He was just killing them with the pass. And then it's just unfortunate that the Suns just didn't show up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
they
was.
just didn't. It's like they didn't know it was a basketball game today.
That was an embarrassing loss for the
Yeah, it
Suns.
was very embarrassing to go out and lose to a Milwaukee team that don't have Giannis.
And right now, there's a bunch of games on the slate. Like last night's slate ended up having good games, but like on the face level, it's like these games look kind of mid, right?
Yeah.
And your Bulls and Blazers went into a little
Yeah,
battle.
we're to talk about that. Shout out to Dame for being
Yeah,
there.
Dame
pulled
That
up.
was so kind of
Random.
weird to see.
But that was a game, Suns versus Bucks. We got the notification that Chris Middleton was back.
Yes.
that I'm super excited for.
Yeah, shout out
I
to
had
Chris
had something planned that morning or that afternoon. I was like, I can't, because this game is on.
Yeah.
And then we get the notification that Giannis is out. I'm like, man, this
And
game
I was
about to be
driving
so.
to the arena,
And you got the
so like I didn't know Giannis was out.
Ah.
And then I get to the arena, I'm like, where Giannis?
Where
John
Giannis?
was like, Giannis ain't. John was like, Giannis ain't out there. I asked the dude, I was next. Is Giannis playing? He like, nah, he out today. I'm like, damn, I didn't even see that.
Damn.
And it ended up being a great game. Shout out to
Yeah.
Bobby and the Bucks. But that's just one of those losses for the Suns that just continues to accumulate. I just cannot trust that team.
It makes
man.
you. It does make you question them as a team, just like seeing that loss. Because like defensively, it's just like how many defensive lapses can you have?
Yes.
And you're like down 20 plus to a team that don't have Giannis, and like you got to fight back, and like what substance are we supposed to take from that?
I watched this game with a notepad.
Yeah.
Not a literal. I know you're a literal notepad guy, but like on my iPad. And I'm like, I want to see how many times the Phoenix Suns put Dame in the action. Right? There's no Giannis. Back level help is really just Brook Lopez at the end
Yep.
of the day. In the first 6 minutes, they put Dame in the action twice. And the offense ended up being fine, right? They ended up scoring 120 points or
Yeah.
something like that. But there are so many times where Kevin Durant is just sitting in the corner.
Yes.
Or Bradley Beal sits in the corner for 4 straight possessions. I'm like, bro, he's guarded by Damian Lillard, bro. One of the reasons why you think about this team on paper and look at that big three is because no team is going to have 3 perimeter players to guard them.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
somebody's going to have the weak defender.
Yep.
In that case, it was Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal's being guarded by Dame. How the hell is Bradley not coming to set the screen 100 times in this game so he could get the switch with Devin Booker guarding, being guarded by Dame, or Kevin being guarded by Dame? Kevin just sat around, and I'm like, I don't know if that's him.
Yeah,
I
it was
don't know if
most
that's
least
Vogel.
passive. It was like the most passive game I've ever seen KD play. I think
Yeah.
he was just out there just kind of chilling.
I'm also disappointed in the Suns too, in the sense of like Grayson Allen has played really well. And I
Yeah.
feel like coming into the season, we were all trying to figure out who was going to be that random role player that could, like, stand out for them.
Is it Keita Bates-Diop? Is it Yuta Watanabe?
Yeah, we was just kind of trying to figure. And, like, Grayson Allen has been, like, who I thought he was going to be, and he's been one of them. He's been, like, two role players a little bit into one. Just
Yes,
some of
he
these
has.
games he's had since the All-Star break, and maybe he was having them before the All-Star break, but I feel like I'm really seeing it myself post-All-Star. I'm like, yeah, y'all should take. They had a game where like all four of them had like a dub plus and they lost. And I'm like, man, when Grayson Allen is a part of that club,
That's Celtics game.
that's supposed to be like a win by 20. That's a cherry on top.
Yes.
And in this past game, I was disappointed just because I feel like we're at a point where it's like 16, 15 games left, and the Suns have not made that second half push of catching a stride. I know they did it early in the year, but they've been flip-flopping. They'll win a game, they'll lose two. They'll win 2 games, they'll lose 1. They'll win a game, they lose 2. They've damn near been, correct me if I'm wrong, they've been like a 500 team since the All-Star break. They played about, 12, 13 games? They're probably 6 and 7.
I think every time I
6
literally
and
check,
6.
it says they're 5 and 5 in their last 10.
Yeah, like that's been the Phoenix Suns, and I think for the place that they at, trying to go into the playoffs, they have to catch some type of stride because they can be dangerous if they put it all together. You know what I'm saying? But like, it just goes back to kind of the point I was saying in the last episode. Not that I think I think what got lost in translation with a lot of last episode is the word overrated.
Yeah.
But it's like, take that out. But it's like, how do I properly rate the Suns if there is no consistency?
Yeah.
Because on paper, if they get matched up with a Timberwolves or OKC, on paper, I should fear that. And I should give them some benefit of the doubt. But by performance, there's nothing there besides the names of who they are when we talk about something. It's so many teams right now that we're giving a lot of respect to because of just their
names.
cachet and who they are versus the actual production. And so as an NBA analyst, as we get closer and closer to the playoffs and you're trying to take into account every single thing, I'm really having a hard time how to gauge some of these back-end teams because they have these strong names, and it's like if they catch a stride, we know what they're capable of, but they aren't catching the stride. Mm-hmm. And so it's like I'm fearful that we'll go into the playoffs and I'm gonna be the person that's like, and then they go catch the stride.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm really having that hard time. Even the Warriors, I was big on the Warriors, and I was happy to get that win against the Lakers on Saturday, I believe that was. But it's like they went out and they lost a game to a Knicks team that started Miles McBride as a forward yesterday.
No OG, no Randall.
No OG, no
That's
Randall.
a really
Mitchell
bad
Robinson.
loss.
You know what I mean?
And they've had like 3 really bad. They lost to the Spurs. Remember
Yes,
that
they did.
game? They've had a couple really bad losses, and I just
And
that's
those
one
are
of
games
those
you're supposed
teams.
to be like, okay, we
Yes.
got that. We got
Yes.
that.
Take advantage.
Yeah.
And that's just one of those teams where I'm not thinking about them come postseason no more. If they make the playoffs, cool, then I start like really thinking about it. But right now, I don't have any faith in that team.
Yeah.
And then that's the team that beat the Lakers.
Yeah.
So now it's like, what is going on? Nobody in that bunch is going to say, hey, we're here. I mean, I guess the Mavericks technically was in the 8th seed some days ago. I guess, they had some good performances. They're 7 now. So, yeah, that last back end, 7, 8, 9, 10, Mavericks, Suns, Lakers, Warriors, man, I'm just I'm Mavs.
The Mavs game against the Nuggets it told me a lot. It told me that, like, you have to play damn near the perfect game in order to beat the Nuggets. Mm-hmm. They literally got 22 extra possessions. Kyrie hits a miraculous shot. Luka does his thing. Derrick Jones Jr. comes in and gets you like 6+ offensive rebounds. Like, your team literally has to play perfect, and you barely get by with that Nuggets team. That's just how good they is.
Yeah, that was one of my takeaways too, Derrick. And
Jokic struggled a little bit.
Yes,
in that game.
so
yes.
I said that on my podcast, right? And the comment section was like, give it to Kenny to spin a loss to make it look like a win. But that's what I saw.
Yeah.
Right? And the fourth quarter came around. They ended the game on a 20-4 run before Kyrie Irving hit that shot.
Yes, they did.
It's like, and Jokic didn't play well.
Yes.
Jokic didn't have a great shooting game. So it's like you have to have, if it takes Jokic shooting 36% from the field and the greatest game winner of all time, damn near, to win, it's like, how do you expect to beat that team 4 games out of 7?
Yeah, because that was a stretch in the fourth where they had like a 10-point cushion.
Yes, they did.
And I was like, okay, the Mavericks they gonna take this game away. And then before you know it, Jamal Murray started making shots.
Jamal
Murray
Murray started going crazy.
KCP
bro.
scored 7 in the fourth quarter, I think.
And I was just like, oh, here it go.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, they took the lead. And I'm like, oh, man, are the Mavericks going to let this incredible game that they was having slip through their finger cracks? Because there was at one point where they was getting extra possessions constantly. Mike Malone called a timeout. I look at him going to the team. He like,
Yeah.
he's doing the Torian Prince. This is how you rebound. And I'm like, oh, here we go. And yeah, that game winner was miraculous.
How do y'all feel about the Jamal Murray final play? Did he go too early to y'all? How do y'all feel? Because it ended up being an open shot. He left 5 seconds on the clock.
No,
for
I
the,
thought it was fine. It was a pull-up midi. It looked like it was money, and he had already had it going the whole game. So like, I thought it was fine.
I mean, obviously, in a perfect world, he did go too early, but at the same time, he got the shot he wanted.
It's an open 15-footer.
So it's
you don't
like,
want to just not take it.
For real.
Now, I think in the flip
maybe
side,
they ran the action too early then? Because Jokic
Probably,
came up
yeah.
in like 10 seconds instead of like 7 or 8
But
seconds left.
that's only because they lost. If he makes a shot and they win, or Kyrie misses the game winner, I don't think we even.
Now, I will say, I was a little baffled by when Luka caught and shot that 3 from like the logo. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, but then he made it. I was like, okay.
But he was so wide
He
that
was.
it was like,
He was, but
and
I was
it's
just,
Luka, right?
Yeah, and I was like, with 30-some seconds still left, you take a shot from
Yeah.
down to the logo, but he made it. And
there was a couple games that night where you think about the clock
the
management.
Cade Cunningham one was like that one was terrible,
Right.
Absolutely terrible, and you don't expect that from a point guard. As a
For
point
sure.
guard, you're supposed to be able to manage the time and know exactly what's going on.
You tweeted about that immediately.
Yes, because it just bothered me so
Yeah.
much to see a point guard who's in his 3rd year now take that and just take that shot with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, and it wasn't
In
like it was a
tie game.
And then
completely
you
open
lose.
shot.
No, yeah,
And then you lose.
take such a bad shot and you allow them to just come down. Bam hits some crazy shot from. I didn't expect Bam to take that shot.
But what
He
I
had a
will
three yesterday too.
But what I will say is, fortunately for Cade Cunningham, they're a young team.
They
They're
are.
not good and they don't have experience. So now these are the type of moments where he can afford to have them.
Yeah.
So when they do start to put this team together, whether that's in the next couple of years or whatnot, this can be something that's cemented and burned into his brain. I do agree. Terrible situation execution, but that's been the Detroit Pistons for most of the year, and that's why you take this year as a learning curve. And now he'll always have. So shout out to Bam. Bam might have really gave him a core memory because if he misses that shot or they go into overtime and the Pistons
somehow
find a way to
Pistons
win,
win.
and it gets shuffled to the side, it can be lost. But since that is legitimately what you want to happen if you're going to lose, obviously you would much rather have a better shot to try to win a game and yada, yada, yada. But if you are going to have something like that, the next play for them to win the game will now be burnt in his core memory, and that's something that they can learn from, which ultimately is what the Detroit Pistons should be trying to do.
Y'all want to hear a crazy stat?
What's up?
This week, week. Oh, you feel me? Shout out to my boys over at Nike, Team Nike.
Let's see.
This week, Bam Adebayo was 5 for 5 from 3. This week.
That's
That's
incredible.
impressive.
It makes it even more impressive. This man did not hit a single 3 before last week.
The whole season?
The whole season. Didn't hit a single 3.
How many did he take?
I'm sorry, he hit 1 the second week of the season.
How many did he take?
On the season, he is shooting 36%. I'm sorry, 31.6%. And he's 6 of 19. So it's 5 for 5. You get rid of that. What if that made him
1 for
1 of 13? 1 for 1 of 14?
Oh, yeah,
1 of
something.
14 before this week.
Oh, boy, your math a little suspect over there, brother.
We definitely drop out, you could tell. But yeah, Bam. I took Jimmy Butler 3 years ago. Jimmy Butler was like, I want him attempting a couple threes
Didn't he
a
say
game.
he would pay him something every time he took it?
Or he said
made a three?
Bam has to pay him if he didn't take.
Oh, if he didn't
threes.
take, yeah.
I don't think that's the reality because Bam would have been taking him a long time ago. But
Jimmy would be quick collecting a nice little check.
yeah, Big Face Coffee and the Bam Adebayo tax. It's real. It's real. But no, that game that for a Sunday night or Sunday day, the slate ended up being really good.
It did.
I was actually surprised, and not that it matters. The Bucks wore their blue jerseys on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yeah, they did.
You know what I'm saying? Usually St. Patrick's Day,
usually
usually
green.
NBA tries to ham it up like Benny
Remember
the Bull.
Yes, the
Benny the Bull
Bulls
was
St.
literally
Patrick's Day
green.
jerseys was to be fire.
I got a
bro.
Kirk Heinrich card with him wearing
The
it.
Bulls St. Patrick's Day jerseys used to be fire.
I hated them.
You
shits.
did?
Yeah.
The
I
thing
loved
is, you
them.
only saw them once a year, so they were.
Yeah.
That's why they were cool to me. It was like once a year. If you got that jersey, it's kind of cool.
I mean, from that standpoint, you're right. For just a rare occasion type
Yeah.
thing, but the Bulls have had some suspect jerseys. Because I'm just to me, simplicity is
Yeah.
beautiful, and I just love a black.
The black and red, yeah.
But
The all black ones are
Talk to me.
They are nasty.
Talk
Those
to
are-
me.
The all black.
Talk to
those
me.
Are fire, bro.
Man, I love them
I
jerseys,
love the all.
bro.
It make me think of Derrick Rose. Like it just
Yes,
make me think
bro.
of that D Rose.
Yes,
era.
bro. I love that jersey, bro. I love when they go white, red, white, red, white, red, and black.
Yep.
And you're like, woo! And then in the playoffs, what they do?
What do you mean? What they do?
There's something the Bulls always do in the playoffs.
Lose.
Besides that,
Is it with the jerseys?
it's something with the jerseys and accessories.
I don't know.
Black socks,
Black on black.
shoes.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's been a while since the Bulls have done that, though, just because
But that's
reasons.
the Derrick Rose era. Black
Yes.
socks, black shoes.
I want to talk quickly about a couple games from last night. Cavs versus Pacers ended up being a good one. The Cavs pull out a win where they were
Caris
down 3
LeVert.
starters.
Yeah.
Karis LeVert, 23 and 11 with Darius Garland putting up 13, 6 and 7. In this game, it was so interesting just to see a guy like George Niang, because we know him. He's been on the show before. Shout out to Niang.
Shout out to him. Iowa State finest. There's 2 seed in the bracket.
It's just yes, they are. Just a guy that does his job of playing defense and spotting up. And this one, George Yang putting the ball on the floor because they need other creators and stuff. This is a bad loss for the Pacers, though, considering that the Pacers obviously are undermanned too, at least a little bit. Benedict Mathurin out for the rest of the season. But
it's
our
so
boy
unfortunate, man.
Tyrese is struggling
He's
right now.
not shooting the ball well.
I mean,
Those threes, he's doinking them, bro.
Which is very tough because I felt like the world was in the palm of his hands at one point in
Yeah.
this year.
He was playing at the All NBA level at the beginning of the season.
before since the All-Star break, he's shooting 21% from 3, which is not that alarming because he's a career 40% shooter. People don't go from 3 years of 40% to now being a 20% shooter.
Plus
He's
the
just a
injury.
slump.
And the injury is a
Yeah.
big part of it. And
How many threes did he take yesterday?
yesterday, I think he was 1 of 9.
This is
He's taking them. He's still taking
1
them.
of 9. Yeah,
That was a lot of middle game. I had a little family emergency, y'all know. So in the middle, there's a lot of games that I didn't get to visually see. This was obviously one of them, but it caught my attention because I'm like, oh, they won?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won? I couldn't believe it. I saw that they won. Another unfortunate one I didn't get a chance to see too much of. I saw a glimpse. I'm kind of getting disappointed with they gonna think I really hate Jimmy Butler, but he didn't play last night. But
Yeah.
when you look at the standings, the Heat can they're right there to get out of that play-in.
Yes,
and
they are.
again, I
It's
would
so
just
close.
love for them to not be in the play-in.
Yeah.
And last night when I came back home and saw that they lost to that 76 team, I was a little disappointed.
It's a huge loss. That win would have put them at the 6th seed, and they would have held the tiebreaker against the 76ers. So Maxey continues to
Joel Embiid is
impress.
now back practicing with
Yep.
the team. So
And they're thinking 1st or 2nd week of April,
Which is right before
which
the
is
playoffs.
right the playoffs. So hopefully he's looking good.
hopefully
Yeah,
he's-
man,
I
Maxey-
just hope he's okay. I just hope he's healthy and he's able to go.
Maxey be going crazy. I saw the Heat was trying to zone it too.
Yeah, Maxey just being double blitzed. Teams just pretty much be saying anybody but him. He
Anyone
still find a way to get it done.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about making that a segment.
What?
Anyone but him.
What would be the context of the segment?
I would come in and talk about somebody who went off and just say hashtag anyone but him.
Okay.
Like Karis LeVert.
Yeah.
If you're the Pacers, hashtag anyone but him. You win that game, anyone but him.
That makes
But
sense.
the part of it that you don't know is that it's a song by Mr. Hudson. So it's been a couple of times where something like that has been said, and I'll say it, and people in the comments or people would tweet at me like, I heard that reference. Got slided in. You got to just, it's a if you know type thing.
I'm not tapped in enough to know.
Anyone but him.
Another guy, Darrick, having an amazing run right now. The last 6
DeAndre
games from DeAndre Ayton, 26.7 points per game, 15 rebounds, a block, 3 free throw attempts per game for DeAndre Ayton. It's like,
yeah, that's
whoo!
he averages 1, which is kind of crazy for a dude that does all of his damage within 15 feet.
yes.
He averages 1 free throw attempt a game.
Yeah. But he's doing his thing.
He is.
I just wanted to give some flowers.
I'm not giving no flowers.
Shout out to you.
He does this every time.
I know next year to draft you in fantasy because the fantasy playoffs, you're going to start spazzing, which is what he's doing
well,
right
he
now.
might start spazzing next year out of the get-go because he won't be on air matches.
Bro, that story is so crazy.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell he was sleeping on the air matches, right? There's just no
And
way.
if he was, he ain't got nobody to blame when you make it $32 million this year,
Yes.
34 next year, and
And
35
you
the
know,
year after that.
he had a house in Phoenix. Even if he couldn't get a mattress in Portland, he could have had somebody bring his damn bed to Portland.
There's a lot of things he
There's a
could have
lot
done
of
differently.
things. He
Derrick.
couldn't have called somebody on the team like, hey, I know y'all, NBA players have big houses. They got a lot of rooms that they probably don't
Derrick.
use. Motherfuckers definitely probably had a bed.
I make good money, but I don't make $32 million. I wasn't sleep when I moved. I wasn't sleeping on an air mattress for that long,
No.
Yeah.
and neither was you.
Nope.
I don't even know if we got past day 2 on the air mattress. Like getting a bed is good sleep is such a priority in
Yes.
life that I'm going for good bed over anything.
That's also some bullshit because NBA teams are so pampering
And they're
that
so
like
powerful.
they will move you into a spot. They will put you somewhere until you get everything you need. Like NBA teams will go out of their way to get you everything you need because it's a business for you to perform for their organization. But that's why I'm just not falling for that hype. DeAndre Ayton, I feel like does this a lot, where he'll have stretches and he'll have us all like, man, I go DeAndre Ayton as he turning that corner, and then he'll go back into disappearing. So I'm gonna need a lot more than like a sample size. He gonna have to give me a whole year of straight dominating if I'm gonna buy in again.
because
to
that's what he
anything
told
he's
us before
doing.
the season start.
Yeah.
What can we expect from you?
Dominating.
Okay. Next
Tired of all
one.
of the excuses. He's never gonna be a number one option.
Nah.
Sorry.
We saw 2 of the greatest posters of the season on one night.
Did.
What Anthony Edwards did. What? Jalen Johnson jumped over a 6'4",
Yeah.
6'5" player. Nuts on face.
That's straight nuts to face.
So y'all taking that one over Ant?
No.
No, no.
And
Okay.
Ant is one. That's probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ant dunked on a power forward. That
Yes.
was through contact. Yeah, that's,
He thought he had a concussion. That's how hard he
Yeah.
got dunked on.
he
He
did
did have a
he went
concussion.
out. He
No,
dunked.
they said it wasn't a concussion. It was a contusion.
Okay.
Oh,
He's had a knot on his head. Like a Looney
John
Tunes
Collins was
knot.
sitting on the ground like baffled, like he was literally in pain. Like
And then in this game, the second, not only did we get the poster from Ant in the second half, I think he had 7 points in the first half, and then 20 plus in the second half, and then they coast their way to a victory. And that's without Rudy Gobert. That's without Karl Anthony Towns. So they were obviously undermanned.
That was without somebody else too. Nikhil Alexander started the second half for Naz Reid.
Nasri only played 17 minutes. I didn't
the way
remember him going
Anthony
down.
Edwards
though.
been playing without Cat has been pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Like it's been very good. And he even had a game a few games ago where he was like trusting his teammates. Nikhil Alexander had like 18 or something off the bench, and they all was doing their thing.
What's
Maybe
the
even
best
had
thing?
A little bit more.
What's the best thing about Anthony Edwards' dunk/poster?
The reaction when he was looking at the podium.
Kyle Anderson in the background.
Oh, yeah.
That's the type of teammate I am. Like, bro, what you just do?
Did y'all see the reaction that Anthony Edwards had? Like they played it for him at like a post interview. And he
Oh,
was like,
no.
And he was like, "Yeah, little ass." Like that's what he said.
At the podium?
No, yeah, like not at the
He
podium.
was still on court.
Yeah, it was still on court. They was like playing it on a big screen. His live reaction like, "Yeah, little ass Nick." Like that's
I
what he did.
saw that
I gotta go look this up.
somebody, he was signing stuff after the game.
Yes.
One of the kids asked for his jersey. He said, I got to give it to Collins.
Yeah.
Like, bro, next time they play against you, John Collins got to go at him, right?
What if he for real gave it to John Collins? Like,
Ain't no jersey swap better than Anthony Black and Grady Dick, though.
Yeah, no, that was beautiful.
That is the best jersey
And then
swap.
Kobe
in the
White
history
said he
of
got to be
basketball.
next.
No, Kobe, please don't.
he
I
said that for real?
Yeah, he did. I saw somebody say that J.R. Ryder needs to come out of retirement. Mark Eden needs to come out of retirement.
Oh my gosh.
It was a couple more.
That Mark Eden is crazy, bro.
Since Karl Anthony Towns went out with his injury, Anthony Edwards is averaging 28 points per game, 5 assists, 7 rebounds,
Yeah.
47% from the field, 30% from three. So he's just carrying. And in that stretch, they are 2, 4, 5, and 2.
And this is really good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect it. I mean, I would expect it, but like for them to play at this level while he's being out is beautiful because then it's still only a 1-game difference between them and a 1 seed. So if you could stay afloat, you could maybe get Cat Bat in 3 weeks, and maybe y'all can make that little push at the end, or maybe y'all can get it now. Who knows?
Yeah.
Those standings up in the top 3. It keeps switching.
It's only half game now.
Oh, it's only a half game.
Only a
no
half
one,
game
no
now.
longer one. Okay.
Yeah, see, I ain't like the reaction to the Hawks. Jalen Johnson dunk. They just giving him 5. You gotta push him.
Yeah, you gotta.
Let's go.
Well, they in such
For real, they are in
turmoil
shambles.
that they
but,
just like get the season over with.
I love this for Anthony Edwards. I'm thinking big picture. I'm thinking, full size moment, even beyond this year. This was needed for him. So now I think he can catapult and take this into who he is for this team. You know what I'm saying? I think we've always seen little sparks, and he's always been a guy, but he needs to have that carry mentality, that carry backpack type thing for 82 games, in my opinion. I want to see him be like an MVP, top 3 candidate type thing next year. So I love it. I love it.
It is crazy to see that they have catapulted this high, but they don't have like an MVP candidate. They just have a defensive player of the year. But like, we don't really talk about this team as having an MVP guy.
The best they got is like Anthony Edwards should make an All-NBA team this season.
Oh, for sure.
That's pretty much it. But one day, I mean, we gonna talk about him in MVP conversation soon. It's just inevitable. Last game before we get to our break is the New York Knicks winning against the Golden State Warriors. We already mentioned a little bit being a really bad loss for the Warriors, but a great win for the Knicks. All-NBA teams. Jalen Brunson, there's no way he's not on it this year.
I would hope so.
He's done everything you could possibly imagine, especially when you think about some of the injuries to his contemporaries, opening up for him. And I was thinking about this while watching this game last night. If Jalen Brunson plays like this for a couple more seasons, and let's assume relative playoff success. I'm not gonna say he's gonna get the big one, because if he get the big one,
You going best Knick?
Where would he rank as the best Knicks in history?
You know how I know we related?
Why's that?
Because I was watching this game and I asked myself, I watched this game and I said, man, he might be already becoming one of my favorite Knicks ever. Like, that's where my mind was at watching this game.
Who was your favorite Knick ever before that?
J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith, I figured it was him.
But we know he's not the best Knick. That's just my favorite. But I do think it's a very short list of, like, you got Patrick Ewing. Yeah. You probably put Carmelo up there.
Walt Frazier.
And
Willis Reed.
But those guys are even so, like, long ago that in 2024, I think people are still naming Melo Ewing first.
Yeah.
All due respect.
Styling and profiling.
What, you might have John Starks or Allen Houston or something like that as well.
I'll give you the ranker list.
Yes.
Number 1 is Patrick Ewing. Number 2 is Walt Frazier. Then Willis Reed. Then Bernard King. Then Earl Monroe. And then number 6 is Charles Oakley. You can't tell me that Jalen Brunson don't got a chance to end up being higher than Charles Oakley.
They put all those people above Melo.
Then Melo is 7.
Wow.
They
wanted him to be Melo? 7?
Maybe. Dave DeBusschere is 8.
Okay.
John Starks. And then Allen Houston rounds at the top 10.
Yeah, see, I think Jalen Brunson is already damn near entering top 10.
Like he probably just needs a few playoff runs, really good playoff runs.
And if he get the thing, I mean, it's over.
Yeah, if he get the thing, he's number 1.
Yeah.
Right? Who was number 1?
Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing played there for so long, even though he never got the jewelry.
If he get the thing, he's number 1. I'm telling you, man. If he gets the thing, he is number 1.
Also, Tom Thibodeau is just a madman. Josh Hart plays every second.
Hey, yes. That's the Tom Thibodeau thing. Next man up mentality. Watching the Knicks made me remember like the Bulls days where like a guy would go out, somebody else would step in, and he'll play them 48 minutes.
Hey, credit to Josh Hart though.
Yeah,
because Josh Hart is a guy that is made for that. He takes that, he wears that.
He was not tired at the end of this game.
No,
you could not tell that he did not take a single break.
And he had another triple double.
Yep. They said he has 5 triple-doubles in his career. All have come within the last month and a half.
Crazy.
Just doing this thing.
Unfortunately, though, now OG's out.
Yeah.
And now they saying they don't even know the timetable again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was just like
timetable.
Management. So it's like really
it turned into
yeah,
something.
his elbow is really flared up again.
Because what game was that a couple nights ago where he was holding it?
That was against holy shit.
Regardless, two games before, and I was like, oh, okay, but then they were just saying
I was screaming at the TV, get him out. We're winning. Yeah. Take him out.
Well, Tom Thibodeau taking people out, it's not a thing that's going to happen.
And it's just crazy because they made all these trades that looked all sexy, and then just the health. We
still look sexy.
The health bug really hit
the Kings.
Them. The Kings, okay. Right. It was the Kings.
We still look sexy, baby.
Y'all do.
We held the Kings to 91 points. Stop playing with us.
Very impressive.
Wait till we get 4 strip, man.
Y'all
Wait
also
till we
didn't
get
score
full
over
strength.
80 against the Sixers.
That's fine. Did they score over 80
No.
in back-to-back games?
Back-to-back
Okay.
games, they did, which
All
is
right.
kind of crazy.
Okay.
How do you not get over 80 in back-to-back games in 2024?
In 2024 is crazy.
Did your Blazers score 100? Nah, they didn't. Don't even think about it.
He was thinking about it. But that's all the games from last night. Nothing about the Celtics Pistons is even worth talking about.
I'm just so happy as a Knicks fan right now. Because it can get scary. You have an incredible team and an incredible deadline and year, and before you know it, injuries start to pile up, and it could be deflating. But we going, we holding on. Guys are really stepping up. I don't know what it is, but I have to credit Thibodeau because even when he was in Chicago, man, dude step up. Whether it was John Lucas, DJ Augustine, Nate Robinson, C.J. Watson,
Omer Sheik.
like yes, like guys constantly step up and play great basketball on his teams, and it's happening again now. And I'm a fan of it. It's just beautiful, and I think when we get full strength, you now have some guys who are going to have a little bit of confidence. Miles McBride was outstanding last night. We need that from him.
Miles McBride has, when he was drafted, I knew he was a Thibodeau guy. Like he just plays that hard-nosed defense. He play hard.
Absolutely.
And he don't demand a lot on the offensive side, but he going to still get it when you give him his opportunities.
That contract looking like a steal, too.
Yeah, it is.
And at some point, Alec Burks and Bojan going
They don't get it going.
Eventually, right?
eventually,
I would
man.
hope so.
Eventually.
Well, you know, Tom Thibodeau rides his guys, too. So I feel like if you don't get in that rotation early, don't impress him early, you're
but
going to be
Alec
riding
Burks
that
one of
bench
his
for a minute.
boys.
That is true.
For when he plays. So
But Miles McBride, I guess.
yeah.
He's
If it
definitely
ain't
more so. Miles McBride is definitely more so a Thibodeau guy than Alec Burks.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
A couple things I want to get y'all opinion on. Okay. Couple nights. I meant to ask this last episode, but it didn't cross my mind. A couple nights ago, the Indiana Pacers are beating the OKC Thunder by 12 points with 10 seconds to go. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has 28 or 29 points. What he does is intentionally foul Andrew Nembhard
To get
so he can get the ball back to keep his 30-point streak alive. Thoughts, opinions? Do you care? I'm just curious about where y'all head is at.
it's wild,
It is very wild.
but I don't care.
In the grand scheme of things, it don't really matter. It does seem a little corny, but like at the same time, it's just like whatever. It's not my 30-point streak, so I don't know what it's like to hold it. So if it's that valuable to him and he wants to keep that streak alive, then do your thing.
Yeah, it's just something I would like. Of all people, I just wouldn't expect it from him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's such a thorough guy, and I think real basketball people, real basketball guys, they really don't shortcut it unless they're young. You know what I'm saying? Like when Devin Booker pushed for that 70, Devin Booker was young as hell. I would hope now, at Devin Booker's age and his experience, that if he was getting it going, he wouldn't be fouling to get 70 in 2024. I just don't think he would be doing that.
No.
And so yeah. So like even with the streak, it don't. I guess in the grand scheme of things, nobody gonna remember in 2040 that Shai fouled. Or maybe they will, but yeah, I'm just not a fan of that type of stuff, and I was just surprised that Shai did it, cause it's Shai. You don't gotta keep no record, boy.
He just came off as just a cool dude.
Yeah.
And I'm wrong with stat padding. Hell, if I was in the league, I would be stat padding too.
But I think stat is two different things. I'm a stat padder that's like,
You know how many YouTube channels I have to say I get X amount of viewers a month? That's stat padding. That's stat padding.
but it's in a course.
It's going to be quick notes. IT is back in the league, man.
I think this is just so exciting.
Yeah.
Especially when you talk about how much he's worked for this. He's been consistently in the gym. He could have easily given up.
Yeah.
He hasn't been
Absolutely.
getting phone calls. And he got his opportunity to go to the G League. He went there. He was doing his thing, putting up 30-plus a night. And then the Phoenix Suns said, hey, our bench depleted. We're going to give you a chance. Come run it back with us. And I just think this is a good opportunity for him. Maybe he can come here and maybe give that bench something that is needed. Because that bench is very thin.
Yes.
And maybe IT could be something that could boost it.
I'm extremely happy for him, man. I'm actually kind of like praying for a miracle. I just think it would be a magnificent story if he went through all of this journey, the slow grind, as he always say,
Yeah.
to get back into the league, and it would just be incredible to see him give them something that they need. If he actually could go on his team and he plays tomorrow, making his debut Wednesday, and let's just say he gave them a little jolt. I am not saying IT got to go through all of this whirlwind and come back, and then he's an all-star guard getting a max contract. It don't have to be an ABC movie, but I would love to see him come in and be able to stick. You know what I mean? Stick a little bit and just add a punch to a team that kind of needed and be back in the league a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because it was very unfortunate how his career played out and the circumstances he ended up in, and it was just so much going on at him at one time, and he was electrifying when he was playing. To see a guy that small, being that impactful.
The 2016-2017 season is just one of the greatest individual runs from somebody that size ever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at the stats, and I've never paid attention to advanced stats because we talk about 2016-2017.
Yeah. That's crazy. Not that long ago, we wasn't.
I would never look at his own off-rate in 2016-2017. But his expected wins added was plus 23.
Oh my God.
Plus 23 that season.
That would be like number one right now, right?
I'm at the look and see how that would
Shai
rank.
is like 20-something. He may be 1 or 2 if that was in today's game.
And it's 100 percentile, but you know how the internet work in this damn building. But just that season was ridiculous. Obviously got a lot of lore behind it. And then I read an article about it, and they were saying that Danny Ainge was the reason he got the G League opportunity. You know, they worked together when he was back in Boston, and all he needed was a chance. Yeah. And he dominated over there. And he said he had opportunities to go play overseas, all these other places, but he's like, no, it's NBA, nothing for me. And he worked for what? Basically the last 3 years to try to work his way.
He had that small stint in Charlotte.
Shit, his estimated wins was what?
Plus 23.
The league leader right now per dunks and threes is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at 18.3.
He didn't win MVP. Who won MVP 2016, 2017? 2016, 2017.
That's Harden or Russ, right?
Oh, no, yeah, that's Harden, I think.
Oh, okay, I'm not mad at it then. But regardless, he had just had a legendary run. And every so often I go back and rewatch highlights from that season.
When I started my Hawks series, the first episode I told them, because we had Trae Young, the blueprint if I wanted to build a team was that team. Because you had such a small miniature guard who was a quote-unquote going to be a negative defensively, you would think, or be the weakness on defense. How do we operate a team like that? Because that's the last team that had like a small guard lead the way for them. Yeah. And before him, it was what, Iverson, I think? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it's crazy to say it now, 2024, but Derrick Rose is a big guard.
Yeah, he was.
Now Derrick Rose would be like a regular guard in today's game with all of these 6'7s and 6'6", and you know what I mean? Like, that's what everybody's looking for. But when Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose, John Wall, when those guys came into the league, they were big guards. Jason Kidd at 6'5" those years ago was a big guard. Baron Davis, big guard. Now, 6'3", that's a regular guard.
Yeah. Yeah, I do love seeing Derrick Rose get his flowers from like some guys that was formerly in the league, like Jeff Teague, Norris Cole. They all say that he's like the real deal. Like, he was like the hardest person they ever had to guard. And like, I love seeing the compilation of Derrick Rose messing up Jeff Teague. Yeah. Like, there's so many buckets that Derrick Rose gave Jeff Teague, and I was just like,
that's the best.
If I was Jeff Teague, I would probably feel the same way.
The best thing they could do is be honest, because we got all it's common knowledge. So for them to go up there and lie would just be silly. There's no need to lie. We all watched him bust y'all ass. We all watched Derrick Rose night by night, and you remember the Derrick Rose flu?
Yeah, that's what Norris Cole said.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. He said that flu was real. He said some guys ain't want to suit up when they playing D Rose.
Something happened this morning. I had a doctor's appointment, and the doctor always asks, like, just small talk, like, what do you do? And I say I work in NBA media or whatever. And he was like, oh, do you get to meet players? I was like, yeah, every once in a while we get to interview people. And he was giving names like, he said, you ever interview Bron? Nah, Bron don't do that type of stuff.
Come on, man.
Then he said Steph Curry. Like, yeah, we got a chance to talk Steph Curry. He said, what about Derrick Rose? I said, yeah, we had him on the show. He say, I love Derrick Rose, man. You know, we grew up in the same neighborhood. Bro, this is the whitest, the whitest old man ever.
So he probably grew up in Burr Ridge.
No, he said Inglewood.
They grew up in the same neighborhood. Derrick Rose ain't grew up in no damn Burr Ridge.
He said he from the wood, man.
Oh, wow.
Oh, damn.
Stop playing with him.
How you end up over here?
That is crazy.
He said, well, how you think? I kept to myself and I studied.
I thought he was just implying that they lived in the same neighborhood.
He said
live and grew up
No.
is two different things.
Now,
That means he
Inglewood
was-
back when he was a kid was probably a lot different than when Derrick Rose was a kid.
Yes.
'Cause,
Right,
I mean,
'cause
he was
he's about
probably
20
60,
years
70.
older. Yeah,
like
20
he looked
years
really
older.
old.
Yeah.
Me and KB was driving through out west, and we was like, man, it looks so different out here.
Yeah.
Like it's so gentrified now, and it's like,
Certain pockets, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But there's
just like-
certain parts where you ride up and down, it ain't changing.
No,
yeah,
for sure.
I like. There's a certain stretch of Madison where I'm just like, they're not going.
Yeah.
Madison and Hamlin, like Madison, and it's just not.
Yeah, but no, that was weird because I just remember driving through those neighborhoods and be like, man, I've never seen a white person here before.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I literally was like, dang, there's a lot of white people walking around here now.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is just uncommon for me.
Yeah, German shepherds and Labradors. It's a surprise.
And what is so crazy is like, I don't know what y'all was driving past, but when it's starting
Yeah.
and it's not done, so you'll see like a regular building, some shit that look dirty or dingy, and then you'll see like a 5-star
No,
modern
that's
out
what
of
we
this
saw.
world.
It was like-
And you like, bro,
It really is the worst.
Yeah,
though.
we literally saw like this really nice, crazy big apartment building. I was like, they're taxing out the people that grew up here and to where they can't even live in that building.
no, hell no.
And
they
I'm
can't
just
live in
like,
that
that's
building.
sad.
And then the flip side, the unfortunate side is they're also probably selling it to somebody who's not familiar.
Yeah.
Because anybody that's familiar is certain. It's just certain pockets where you're probably not gonna go until it's straight away through. But it's like I am under the belief that they're putting people there who don't know what they're moving into, which I think is also a finesse.
Yeah.
You're pushing people out and then you bring unaware people in. Because everybody in Chicago is not from Chicago. People
Yeah.
move to Chicago.
Yeah,
We're still one of the. We ain't the biggest market, but we're of the top 3 of Los Angeles, New York, Chicago.
Yes.
So you're gonna have people coming out here for opportunities from all over the world. They don't know what the West Side of Chicago is. They don't know what Madison and Pulaski or all of that is. They don't understand that. So when they come in, they see this nice building, and you move them there, and now they're in a place that probably they are. How you said, y'all like damn, all these white people, German shepherds, and they walk out, and I'm sure they feel that they feel that attention, and it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I'm just
It's very interesting when you think about gentrifying and gentrification and different things like that, especially when it's in an area you really grew up in.
Yeah.
It's mind blowing, especially like I said, when you riding and you seeing raggedy. Oh my gosh. This is a 2035 building. This is so modern. They got a triangle for the door. Like the grass is cut. Then they go raggedy ass building, grass not cut. Oh, another gentrified house. Amazing. Grass cut. It's just so odd to me.
I'm
that
looking this
people
up right
do it.
now. Believe it or not, Illinois is one of the states that people are moving out of.
Yeah.
It's so
it is.
expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that New York and Cali.
And the weather
which is just,
also
Yeah.
plays a big factor.
do y'all know where a lot of people are moving to?
Arizona.
Texas.
Arizona is in the green, but they're not the greenest. Texas also in the green. The greenest place. Y'all moving to Maine?
No.
Really?
No.
Maine is the greenest, and then we got the Carolinas.
I think Miami is also growing rapidly too.
Florida is in the green as well, and then you got like the Montana / Wyoming. Those 5 states that are locked.
That's where I'm going. If they call me, somebody want to buy me out, send me to San Diego or Miami, man. If I'm gonna leave the crib, I'm leaving right. I ain't leaving to go to Maine. You feel me?
Yeah.
If I'm leaving the crib, I'm leaving the crib to be in an entire different world.
If you in Maine watching this episode, please let us know what you're doing. Like on a daily basis. Like what are we doing to hang out in Maine? If that's the thing.
hey man, man,
We going to look at nature because I know they got like
Yeah.
some beautiful scenery.
how
and
was the
stuff.
weather in Maine? It's like New York, right?
It's right next to
very
New York,
cold.
so yeah, probably.
it's up there with Toronto.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Maine. My point is, I'm not moving I'm not leaving the crib to go anywhere cold. If I'm going to leave Chicago, the crib, I am going to
Somewhere
Florida or San Diego. I'm not leaving Chicago and going to Minnesota.
I think a lot of this is because maybe not. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but the influencer bubble is bursted, right? It used to be, oh snap, I got 100,000 subscribers / viewers. I'm gonna move to California, Los Angeles, because that's where everybody else is at.
Yeah.
That bubble has now bursted. Where like a lot of influencers that might have imported to Los Angeles are now moving away from Los Angeles because A, it's overpopulated,
Yeah.
and B, it's super expensive. And the life of an influencer is like 2 years, 3 years. So you can have your 2 years or 3 years there, but then you're gonna price yourself out and you got to go to another place because it's too damn expensive. That's why I'm happy we never
Going
moved.
from Los Angeles to Maine is
And we live in an expensive
crazy.
place too. Like Illinois
Crazy.
is expensive as hell too.
very
but
expensive.
Not California / Los Angeles expensive, but
Would y'all ever live in Vegas?
no, too fast.
For the right money, yeah.
Yeah.
Too fast. Well, yeah, I live anywhere for the right money.
But
for sure.
nah, it's not. No, that's not Vegas. Every time we gone, we've left, and I've been okay with leaving.
Yeah.
Give me 3 days Vegas, I'm
Yes.
good. If it get to day number 4, I'm like, bro, give me. I'm dead.
There's
get me
certain
out of here.
places we go, and I'm like, all I needed was a couple of days, and
Like
Vegas
New York
is one of those.
days, one of those places. Too.
Yes, I love
like,
a
only need,
2-day
like,
New York trip.
2 days,
Beautiful.
and I'm good.
They give you enough time to shop a little bit, and then do what you got to do, and then you
But
get
out of
out.
all the places we go, if I had to stay a week there, because we've stayed a week there, I had no problem staying a week in New York. When we did our very first
Yeah.
live show, when Nick Young was there,
Oh
and
yes,
all
we
that,
did. We
was
there for a
a
long
week.
time.
I
And
think
it was-
Houston probably would
Because
have.
why do we have to rehearsal 7 times? Like we
Yeah.
was
They
They just
rehearsing
had us
like it
doing
was
nut
crazy.
shit, but
I think
yeah.
Houston would probably be my spot. That
I
if
like
I was
Houston
to stay
a
a
lot.
week, I would like to stay.
Because we
there
were
for
in
a
Houston for 2 days, maybe
Yeah.
3 days. It wasn't very long.
It
week. Or
depends.
Toronto.
It depends.
Toronto was also
Toronto
very,
was nice,
very cool.
but also they hella expensive too.
They
so.
had a lot of shit going on when we went.
Yeah, the
Had a lot of
riot,
shit
not
going
riots, the protests.
Yeah. The food, amazing though.
Oh,
the
yeah.
food was amazing. I could stay for the food. Toronto, I love the way y'all do y'all thing. And they ain't got all that bullshit like we do in our food. You can taste the difference.
They had stuff on the McDonald's menu that
We don't have.
don't
it.
have.
we don't have. Yeah.
Like
That
the
was
raps.
that was brilliant. You know I'm a big rapper.
Yeah.
I'm the greatest rapper of all
raps is
time.
great.
So, that was cool. But Miami, put me in Miami for a week. We decent, baby.
You have to get to the isn't the U.S. Open this week in Miami?
Come on, let's ride.
The tennis U.S. Open. though.
Tiafo is in it.
I don't know. I would assume so though, right? He's one of the better ones in the world.
My boy, Djokovic in it.
He was just at the Lakers game 2 nights ago.
He was with a nice watch on.
Speaking of that, this is my last thing before we get to our first break. I have never seen the energy suck out of an arena more than that game.
Which game?
19 minutes and some seconds of
Oh
no
my
play
gosh.
because the clock malfunctions. To see if LeBron's foot was on the line, who was it off. 19 minutes on national TV should scare the hell out of Adam Silver because the average NBA fan was tuning in to see Steph Curry versus Bron and left this one when it was a close game. Like, I don't give a damn about the outcome no more because we got it was
Theatrics.
so bad that the camera crew was like, let's see what Bad Bunny is doing. First, we want to say we apologize. We're having some camera overheating problems, but the show must go on. The last thing I just want to say about that is just Adam Silver, if we're having a situation where the review is taking a certain amount of time, then let's just change the rules just a little bit. Now, again, the clock malfunction is something that they cannot control, right? But the actual seeing whose ball it is, I saw in the game the other night, they didn't even go to the monitor. They just said jump ball. We can't even tell who went off for a jump ball, and I like that idea. But that's it. Before we go on to put NBA teams to a March Madness bracket, we're going to take our first break.
Why should you bet with Caesars Sportsbook? 2 words, Caesars Rewards. Every bet brings you closer to the type of benefits only Caesars can offer. Hotel stays, VIP experiences, sports and concert tickets, and more. It's not just an app, it's an empire.
Let's welcome Mike Hurd to the show.
I guess.
Thank you for joining us.
And you forgot to bring me my glove over there, so now I'm like Michael Jackson.
I
I know. I didn't realize what you were saying.
I would say you golfing, but you're left-handed, so usually your glove is on the other hand.
Yeah.
I'm glad I made it though. Back in time before y'all messed up the bracket. That's what I was worried about.
Oh, so
I was thinking it was going to be easy because 3 people versus 4 people. Because if we split down the line, I don't know what we do.
Well, he gonna have Dame going all the way.
Of course.
You missed it early. He was like, man, it was good on that game to see Dane lead a bunch of role players.
Oh my god.
So all you need is Dame and Bobby Portis, no Giannis.
I was trolling.
How you been, though? You good?
I'm good. Little mishaps this morning, but I'll survive.
Okay.
How does it feel to have your car back?
Feel good.
How much
honestly.
did you have to pay? That's always my big question when it comes
250,
to towing.
It's
275.
usually like 250, 200.
250.
Damn.
Ah.
Having to spend $250 when you didn't expect to spend
Yeah.
$250 sucks.
And you know he ain't got it, so.
I know. I had to ask dude outside for it.
But he gave it to you, or you had to
He
do
did.
something?
Where bro at? He just giving away $250.
You had to work. You had
He
to
had a
work
really
for
nice
it.
watch on, huh?
You had to work for it.
Nah.
Okay.
Oh, that ain't work for you.
Did for whatever reason, did you have a drop the mic prepared for the top of the show?
I did.
Did you?
I did. I gotta give me a second to think. I
Okay,
forgot my
He
train of
went through a
thought.
lot this morning.
Oh
so
yeah,
this-
you don't
did.
need to have it. If you don't have it, that's cool.
We done went a whole hour without.
I did have it, so now it's gonna bug me.
Okay,
But
well, if it
we-
comes to you,
yeah, we'll
It's
let
got
us
his
know.
brain feeling queasy right now.
It definitely got his brain feeling queasy. But today, we're putting not just the playoff teams, but all 30
All
teams
32.
into a March
30.
Madness bracket.
I don't know why I said 32.
You ain't got the football in your mind. Hey, Justin Fields is a Steeler.
I'm excited for him.
Okay. It didn't sound very excited from that exhale you just did, but you know.
I loved him in Chicago, but it's time to move on.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin gonna have him okay. But yes, we are putting every single team in a March Madness bracket, and we're doing it exactly like March Madness. This is not a playoff series. We're talking a one-game
game.
elimination. We decide who we believe would win that matchup, and it is at a neutral spot, just like March Madness. So don't be thinking about home court advantage and nothing like that. And all 30 teams are in.
They're
Also-
playing in Maine.
Sorry, Boston.
Oh yeah, well, you're playing in Maine. That's damn near a home game for Boston. Let's see the bracket. Let's see the bracket, and this is how we got to do things. So because there's 30 teams and not 32, the top 2 seeds in each conference has a first round bye, and then it slowly goes down based on seeding accordingly. And we got to decide who we think is gonna be in that one box right there. I think that's the championship box. That team that wins this whole tournament will be right there. And yeah, y'all tell me where y'all want to start. It's all based on seeding. So if you're thinking about matchups, that's literally where they're at right now. It's not that I fumbled it to make it like I want to see this matchup. No, it's strictly based off seeding.
So the first thing I want to say, I want to start with as a guy who is I'm a bracketologist. I do this. And what I think about when I'm filling out my March Madness college bracket is I always try to look for the upsets first. So it's 2 ways we could do this. We can either look for upsets or we can get the easy ones out the way.
I
I
was
would rather
thinking
get the
easy
easy
ones.
ones out the
Okay.
way.
Okay.
Okay, let's get
So like
back
we
to
can
it.
go ahead and say
Go to the
the-
bottom. The bottom is where you got the 2 seeds.
the Nuggets are
versus-
going to beat the Blazers.
Right. So let's start here. The Bucks are going to beat the Wizards.
Yes.
Are we 100% in agreement?
100%.
Unless
Okay.
Jordan Poole like go for 50.
Which he has not done this season,
Yeah.
so we
It would-
don't bet on
It
it.
would be a miraculous.
Interesting thing. Across on the other side, that is a heavy favorite to the Timberwolves, but
It will be a
like I
fight, I
said
think.
yesterday in my video, there's hashtag tourney made, which are players that can sway a game. And the Spurs have a guy in Victor Wembanyama
That can definitely
where
swing.
you don't have a Karl-Anthony Towns, you have a Rudy. He bringing him out of the paint, making him do a bunch of different things.
And you have a Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah.
That will probably play Wemby over 29 games if his winner go home. 29 minutes.
Yes,
Winner
for
go
sure.
home. All that said, I'm still taking the Wolves.
I would still take the
Because
Wolves.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Take
They
the
do have
Wolves.
the better player.
Okay. Anything else that y'all see as an easy one? Like Cavs versus
The
Pistons?
Blazers Nuggets.
Blazers Nuggets.
I don't think dominating is going to dominate Jokic.
Yes, even though 3 years
call.
ago, Jokic did say the
But in
Deandre
the one
Ayton
game
was his
elimination,
tough
I got to
matchup.
take the best player in the league, right?
I agree.
At least I would think so.
I do think the Cavs are going to get the Pistons.
Yeah.
The Pistons do have a
Especially-
team that I think you can't sleep on, though.
Nah, I feel pretty confident.
In a
saying
single
that.
They,
game,
they all college player age anyway. So
In a
this is
single
like the
game elimination,
They
They
all
got
just
some
came
guys
out.
that-
They,
They didn't
all
win a-
just came out of March Madness.
They didn't win a single game for a month and a half. So
it's some teams in the tournament that's just that same way. All you got to do is win your conference tournament, and you get an automatic bid.
yeah, but we agree on Cavs, right?
Yeah.
So we got
Wait, who's Memphis playing?
you saying let's see who Memphis stroll up for
Oh,
us
yeah.
a little bit, Austin.
Clippers versus Memphis. I'm
Clippers
going
versus Memphis. Even though the Clippers are not looking great, they look good enough to beat
Yeah.
the Memphis Grizzlies
The
in a
Knicks
one-game
will
elimination.
wipe the floor with Charlotte.
So we can advance. Are we agreeing that we advance those two
Yeah.
places too?
Paolo's
Yep.
going to do the dirty work to the Toronto Raptors.
Is that a
like he-
lock, though?
That's a lock.
Okay.
I'm taking that lock, bro.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think we got man.
I'm just
You
asking
think
what
we
the
going too
locks are.
fast
That's
with it?
all.
It's not that we moving fast. It's just that me knowing how the bracket works, man. One game elimination don't always work like this.
No,
Yeah, the
We've
Raptors
seen
don't have
no.
Scotty
We've
and
seen
everything.
one seeds lose,
But I think
Yes.
a game that could be good.
we can't have no perfect bracket because we know that's not the case.
No, for sure. There's some games up here that could, like the Jazz could come out and have a game against the Pelicans.
No, they can't.
Especially if they
No
healthy.
Lowry
Yeah.
game?
I feel way more confident in them versus the Jazz than the Magic versus the Raptors.
You think so?
Yes.
I
The
think
Jazz
with a
are not a good basketball team.
No, I'm talking about with a healthy Laurie and a 1-game elimination. I think that could be a much better game than the Raptors Magic.
Have we watched the Pelicans recently?
No, the Pelicans have Zion.
And have you
Yes.
watched the Jazz recently?
No, but
Oh,
I know
okay.
Laurie's not
Yeah.
even playing right now.
No,
But
he
I'm just
played
saying,
last night. He played last
But
night.
I'm just
They
saying, a
got
healthy
Chris
Jazz
Dunn
team.
as they spot up right now.
Yeah.
Without Fentecchio no more.
I feel super confident in the Pelicans in that game, at least.
Or another upset potential, Houston Kings. I think that has
Okay,
upset
now that's
potential.
let's
That has
talk.
upset
Ooh,
let's,
no
okay,
single-
let's focus one series. This is a series that we should talk it out because there's some
There's
potential.
some upset potential here.
Because right now the Rockets on a 5-game win streak.
Yes.
They've been playing really good basketball since, ironically, since Shin going without with his injury. Not saying that they're correlated whatsoever,
Yeah,
but
they were playing good basketball when he was there.
yes.
So,
But so this is a good conversation, man. This is a good
especially when you
conversation.
talk about a team that's so good defensively like them, and they can really muck up that game for the Kings and like make it slow and like. I think down the stretch of that game, it could be a dogfight.
They just don't have a Sabonis answer.
No,
Yes,
they don't.
that was my main thing. They don't have a Sabonis answer, and their guy is so inconsistent. Where like Jalen Green could be #Tourney made, but then he can come out and also flop. So they do have the pieces though to be a Cinderella team.
Fred Van
Yes,
Fleet
they do.
is I think Fred Van Fleet is Tourney made.
Are we
counting?
counting-
I don't,
We're
think he,
taking-
I don't
we're-
think he checks the box that I'm looking
We're
for.
taking this as Sengun's not there, right?
Exactly.
So it would be
Absolutely. Oh,
Jabari
yeah.
Smith. Yeah, I don't know if I can go with the Rock. I feel like Sabonis might get even Jabari in foul. If Jabari gets into foul trouble, it can get kind of crazy too.
It's just that defense of the Rockets that just.
I know, I
entice-
like it
In
when
a
they got-
1-game elimination, your defense can carry you so far. Like you've seen that in college games where like a team is gritty and tough and like they just muck it up for a team that's used to playing fast and up tempo like the Kings. It can get grimy.
For what it's worth, this week the Rockets did beat the Kings 112-104.
Yes, see?
How did Sabonis had another?
Sabonis
Double-double,
was
obviously.
10 of 11 from the field, 25 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists.
But see, the thing
9 turnovers, 8
9
assists to 9 turnovers
the
in this game.
defense. But see, in that type of scenario, obviously you don't have a Sabonis answer, but you can control everything else. You could try to control everything else going on. You could try to contain Fox a little bit. You can try to contain Malik Monk coming
What
off
about
the
the side
bench.
for the Kings?
You said what?
What about the side for the Kings? Everything you're saying is one-sided for the Rockets. What about the
Well,
Kings?
no, I think for the Kings' sake, they have the overwhelming talent. Like they have De'Aaron Fox. Malik Monk is playing phenomenal basketball this
he
year.
is #Tourney made.
Yes, he
Yes,
is.
he is.
They also shot 18% from 3 in this game. So
That's
they're-
all you need
the-
for a
the
single
Kings
game.
did.
No, for
yeah,
sure.
single game elimination, it can. That's all you need.
How are
but-
y'all voting though?
I think it's gonna be Kings. I think it's gonna come down to the wire, though. I think that would be a very down to the wire ass game.
I would go Kings. I think, especially with Sabonis being able to have a little bit of the leverage on that offensive side and size, I think their offense is going to be like pretty damn good. And as long as their offense is good, I think they get back and they keep Rockets in the half court.
I would normally go Kings, but just knowing how brackets work, we cannot pick every favorite team.
Yeah.
I don't think we will. I don't think we will.
What, the Pacers is the only team we're going to have get upset?
I don't even know if it'd be upset because I think their matchup is like 1 seed beneath them. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't even be against this being an upset.
So you flipping sides.
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't be against it. Like I wouldn't be against it.
I don't think any of us would be against anything.
Yeah, no. not really.
I mean, and really, we living in this fictional ass
Yeah.
world
I
anyway.
mean,
It don't really
Pete's
matter.
off
Pete's
of-
right though. I mean, even when it'd be like a little 10-game slate, it's not like the best team just always wins.
That's
on
only
you know what I'm
the
saying?
same
I
series.
understand what
Yeah.
he's saying.
The Kings are definitely the better team, just
Yeah.
like the Spurs are not better than the Timberwolves. I'm just going off the fact of when you talk
Brackets
about a
aren't perfect.
bracket and anything. This is not just men's college basketball. The same thing happened in women's college basketball. We do a bracket of baseball teams. You do a bracket in the in-season tournament, like in the NBA.
One game elimination
game's
baseball
elimination
games
is
is
crazy. Huh?
Yeah.
1 game elimination for baseball would be crazy.
They do it's a wild card.
Oh yeah, true. But I'm talking about like the whole playoff thing.
Like football, just
Yeah.
every week is just.
It's all
Hey,
hypothetical.
listen, give me an upset. Fuck it. You
That's
know
what I'm saying. We
saying?
need
Yeah,
it. We have to
Yeah,
have
we
it.
got to add some sauce to it.
That experience of the Kings though is probably gonna matter in a game like this. But let's take our final vote. You are team.
I'm Team Kings.
I will go Rockets.
I'm gonna go Rockets.
and I think he's Kings. And this was my fear.
Hey,
What do we
forget it.
do?
Let's go Rockets.
Oh,
Let's
you
go
okay?
Rockets.
Okay. I was gonna say
I'll flip it
if we
for you.
You could've flipped
disagree,
the
we
coin.
argue it out until somebody changes. But if your change
we
is to
kind of
Rockets,
already argued it out a little
What,
bit.
what
but
is the other upset that y'all could see happening?
I'm not sure.
Let's look through. Go up.
And I'm talking first round.
Warriors. No, that's not really an upset
It's not really an upset, but
because they're kind of close, but it is an upset.
But no, I mean,
in the technical stance, it is an upset.
Yeah,
these
it
are
is.
the ones that's in a bracket in like college basketball
I
where
can't see
it's
that logo.
it's 8-9. That's the Suns.
Who was OKC playing?
It's a bye logo. They have a bye week.
Oh,
They
that's
have a bye
nothing.
week.
Okay, my bad.
So yeah, like this is an 8-9. So like Michigan State and Mississippi State are gonna play in the bracket coming up. They're 8-9. So it's like it's tough. They're even, but you know,
Yeah.
the 9 seed it can upset you there. Yeah, it's not a 116 or 215, 314.
I just think in the NBA, those 116 upsets just aren't gonna happen. I think you see a lot more.
It's
in
rare.
the
It's rare in college
Yeah.
basketball.
Yeah, I think it's only happened twice, and
Yeah.
one was last
Y'all
year.
know I got bad eyesight. Is that Bulls Heat?
That is. Let's focus. Let's focus on that one thing.
So-
Suns Warriors. That's where we are right now.
Yes.
Let's talk through Suns versus Warriors. 1 game elimination. One team has Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. One team has Steph Curry.
Talk to us, Mike.
I would go Suns with this one. I haven't been really feeling the Warriors as of late. I just feel like they've been struggling a little bit. Like they're just not the same Warriors we're accustomed to seeing. And I think the Suns got a little bit more firepower to kind of contain that. I mean, they got, like I said last pod, they need Klay Thompson to be Klay Thompson, which I think he's been okay off the bench. Steph Curry, he needs to have at least 30 plus. Like Draymond, he can't have no 1-4 or 0-4 perform. Like they all need to be aligned, and I think the Suns are doing a better job of that than the Warriors right now.
I think the only benefit that the Warriors really have an advantage here because they can go small with Draymond at the 5, bring Nurk out, put Nurkic in a lot of actions with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, Brendan Podziemski. And I just think that could really open up the whole floor for them because the Suns haven't proven all year that they're a good defensive team. It's been very inconsistent. And when it comes down to that fourth quarter, Steph Curry was a favorite to win Clutch Player of the Year. The Suns themselves have been one of the worst fourth quarter teams throughout basketball. So for me, that will sway me to go Warriors just because I could trust the Warriors down the stretch of games because they have Steph and Curry.
That is good rationalization, Derek. That is very, very good points. I think that the Warriors, no matter if we have them advancing to the finals, they're going to need Steph Curry to be supernova every single game. And the Suns don't need that from their best player.
Yeah.
Like, you would take it. You love to take it, but because you have, like, oh, Kevin Durant's tripping today, we got Devin Booker. Devin Booker's tripping today. Hell, Bradley Beal averaged 35
Bradley
points
Beal
per
been
game.
pretty good.
But I was thinking Suns until you just said that last point about them being a really bad fourth quarter team. And they've been better as of recent, but still they have been really bad. And Steph Curry's been really great in the fourth quarter. That might make me switch my vote. That might make me switch my vote, man.
So the thing about the Suns is that they have
And they're 0-3 against the Warriors this year, by the way.
So it seems like there's some sort of recipe there.
Only thing is that they haven't had the big three in
haven't
any of the
helped it,
games.
yeah.
They have this double-headed monster on Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. I really like that. The Warriors have the ultimate massive weapon of destruction, which is Steph Curry. They have continuity. They have a system. They have a coach who's been there, and they're familiar with each other. And I think because it's a little bit more fluid and because they actually have something to fall back on, that's why I would lean towards the Warriors. I feel like the Suns are the team where the Suns are Kentucky. The Suns are the team with all of the star freshmen. Not this year's Kentucky. I'm a big fan of this year's Kentucky team. But in the past years, you'll see, the Kentucky Wildcats accumulate a bunch of high-ranked freshmen, make down All-Americans. Even Duke in years
Duke when
have
they
done
had
this.
Zion though.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got Cam Reddish, Zion, R.J. Barrett, really strong team. Obviously, you think they can go the whole way, but because they don't have the experience of playing together, because they don't have the experience of March Madness, and because there is no system, you sometimes see it fall short because they get a stagnant part in a tournament game where, like Darrick is saying, somebody muck it up. And I think if there's a team that can really use the term muck it up, it can be the Warriors because they have a legitimate system that's backed by a guy in Draymond Green. And on offense, the system is backed by Steph Curry, and they have a familiarity of playing with each other. And they also have an experienced 4-year guard, 5-year senior, Chris Paul. Chris Paul coming off their bench is like having a 5-year senior who transferred in and was normally a starter elsewhere, and now he's coming off your bench, and he's had experience playing in the tournament every year. The Warriors are a Cinderella team for me. I think the Sun not only win this, and I'm not only taking them, I would also take them potentially in the next one.
You said the Warriors.
You said the
I'm
Suns.
sorry, the Warriors.
Yeah.
The Warriors.
Yeah, again, I was thinking Suns until Derrick mentioned that fourth quarter stuff, and I can't agree with that.
The guy that's on their team actually was in a Cinderella and was the guy, Steph Curry. He's not new to this.
Yeah. Kevin Durant, I just looked at his Game 7 stats. Amazing. He's Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
He's
You know who he is.
Yeah,
Kevin
he's
Durant.
Kevin Durant.
And you know, Draymond Green actually recently just released a clip of him talking about. He said that Kyrie Irving is a scorer that people think that Kevin Durant is, and what he was saying by that was that Kevin Durant's the guy that you could bother, but like Kyrie Irving, there's nothing you could really do to bother him offensively. And he was saying that KD being 7 feet, you could sometimes press into him. You could, if you time it right, you could like get physical with him and like make it uncomfortable for him. Whereas like Kyrie, you can't really do that. There's nothing you can really do to.
He's better to know than I am, but I don't agree with that.
Shout out to
I
Draymond
wouldn't
Green.
say that. I wouldn't say that either.
Shout out to Draymond Green.
Yeah.
Because I appreciate the fact. Kyrie Irving is one of the best basketball players I've seen ever. But
Kevin don't score on all 3 levels anymore. He don't get to the basket at all.
Kyrie Irving, I'm going to say that again. I watched a lot of basketball. He's one of the greatest basketball players I've ever seen.
I can't argue with that.
When you take out accolades and all that, which does play a part, and that's why I don't say Kyrie Irving is the best player in the league or of all time, but personally just watching basketball, he's one of the best basketball players I've ever seen.
Not a lot of people that are more aesthetically pleasing to your eyes when you watch them play than Kyrie Irving.
It's just like growing up. There are certain guys who ain't really do shit with their basketball talent, but you say, hey, man, when we was growing up, that's a bad dude, man.
Yeah.
That's a bad dude. He probably ain't go to the NBA. He could have been D1. He started to do some shit, but he could. We know a lot of dudes, or I know a lot of dudes that
And Kyrie
could
Irving
probably
do it.
hold their own against
And
the people
Kyrie
in the
do it
league.
like under the rim. He's not above the rim, and I think that's what makes like even like the casual viewer like appreciate it even more because like
but I don't think the casual viewer appreciate Kyrie.
no,
no, they do.
I think it's more relatable because like a lot of guys can't
The
do it.
casual viewer loves Kyrie.
you can't do it
Anytime-
at the Edwards
It's
door.
definitely not relatable.
I was just saying,
Hell no.
No,
I don't
no,
Nothing
no,
Kyrie
no,
Irving
I'm not
is doing is
saying-
when I
relatable.
watch
I'm not
Kyrie,
saying
I'm
when
not
he's-
looking at that like I
But
can
I'm
do
just
that
saying
shit
it's more
too.
so like they like, oh, he's not dunking and doing all this.
But
see
it's
that.
still, he just made a game-winning layup on a
Not even a layup.
He's
Unless
down
when-
hook.
Yeah.
That's not relatable.
No, I don't agree with the relatability, but I do relate. I mean, I do believe in the casual viewer. Like, if anytime we've done point guard rankings, we've all
Yeah.
had Kyrie Irving in different spots.
Yeah.
And the comment section is gonna say Kyrie Irving is way low. Like,
But
the
I
casual
don't think
viewer
that our
loves Kyrie.
casual, I don't think a lot of our viewers are casual people. When I think of casual, it's like when I go into the barbershop, they're not going to be in there having conversations about Kyrie Irving.
We didn't talk about MJ or Mike, or MJ or Bron.
Jordan.
But no, even if they're not talking about that shit, if they just talking about the league,
I think they will though.
I think they
I've
will.
been there.
when
I've
I
been
go-
at them barbershops.
Yeah,
and that's
my
happened.
uncle has a barbershop. I'm in a barbershop all the time. I'm not hearing a guy like Kyrie Irving come up in conversations. That's just me personally. Because he's not a guy that's ever in an MVP conversation. He's not the guy that's the face of the team or anything like that. So I feel like when I'm having these conversations in a barbershop, I can't remember the last time Kyrie Irving has come up unless it's a basketball person. I'm just talking about casual. I'm not talking about people who are basketball people. You say casual, I'm talking about casual.
And when you think casual, what names do come to mind? Just
Shai is a new name that's buzzing a lot. Shai
to the casual?
to a casual, they're just getting hip to who the Shai is. To a casual fan, they're saying, "Man, this Shai guy's good," and I'm like,
You
"Shai,
talking about on Facebook too?
huh?"
On Facebook too? That's what they
You more of a
Facebook's still probably a year behind on shit.
He a Facebook guy.
Nah, I'm off Facebook now.
Oh, but yeah, like they're just now knowing who Shai is. This ain't to people who aren't casual. We've known who Shai is. You know what I'm saying? But because now OKC is like 42 wins, they almost at the top. They're like, who the hell is this? That's Shai. Sometimes they don't even say his name right.
Shy.
That's
Right
Shai.
on,
That's
Shai.
Shai guy. Or they just say
Shai Alexander.
That Shai dude is good. They talk about Jokic versus Embiid is what a lot of casual people is talking about when I'm in a barbershop. Giannis. He's probably the number one guy if they ain't talking about LeBron, because you either got people who think Giannis is a dog or they think, man, Giannis ain't skilled.
Yeah.
That's like the number one guy. The last time I went to the barbershop, a dude told me Dame is garbage. That's casual shit. Told me
D.
Dame
Mills.
ain't on shit.
D Mills would have bust through that door like the Kool-Aid man. He heard that shit. Stop messing with my boy Dame.
Low-key, I'd be happy when at least people be talking about like current players. Like I feel a lot of times they be still talking about like, man, I ain't watched Boston since they had Rondo. It's just like time period and relevancy. I think that's kind of important too.
But that's why I'm also trying to actually pinpoint the casual fan, the person, because I run into those people too. A lot of those people be in the barbershop for sure. Those people aren't casual fans. That's literally somebody who don't watch basketball. If you still think Rondo, we're not going to disrespect casual fans as if they think Rondo is still in Boston.
Yeah.
That's why I think that when I think about casual fans, I'm just thinking about people that aren't watching more than a game a week.
Like they probably don't know who. They don't watch the Pistons. They don't know who Cade Cunningham is.
Exactly.
But I feel like the casual fan will definitely gravitate towards Kyrie Irving.
Because you go onto Instagram, you go to House of Highlights, you go to ESPN Sports Center, every game you get in a Kyrie moment.
Kyrie has a lot of highlights to where like he's gonna break the top team.
And 2016, he had the
does.
biggest shot in maybe history of basketball
Yeah.
too. So
For sure. But if you look at the time from then, Kyrie Irving has missed a lot of time.
this is
Yeah.
healthiest season.
Yes.
They
he's
said
just-
that since that 2016 run,
This is the most games.
This is the most games he played consecutively.
So
2016. That was 8 years ago.
he's missed time.
And the number's only 15 games. 15 games was the most he's played in a row since 2016.
He's
That is
missed
crazy.
time. He's had the vaccine thing. He had the link from last year. A lot of the conversation around Kyrie the last
wasn't even
few
about
years
basketball.
are not about basketball. Are not about basketball. The last time that I remember talking about Kyrie Irving in my uncle's barbershop was about Nike parting ways with him. It wasn't basketball related. So am I disagreeing? Then no. I think if you sit a casual fan right here and we play a Kyrie highlight, I think they're going to be amazed. But when I'm in the barbershop, he's not a name because casual people are talking about the MVP race. They're talking about Luka, Jokic, Giannis. Shai now is a bubbling name. Everybody loves Anthony Edwards. That's the other dude. Like they think that he's Jordan. So you know what I mean? So it's like they love that type of thing because he has that type of attitude. I think he's the guy. How y'all saying Kyrie is, and I love Kyrie, so I hope casual fans love Kyrie, but I'm just going off of my experiences. But I think Anthony Edwards is who I would put in the place of how y'all talking about Kyrie.
What I'm hearing from what you're saying is that the conversations are the newer guys and the MVPs. And then the next
Because they
group of guys,
casual.
Kyrie Irving's probably at the top of the list then.
I hope so. But when I think of casual fans, I'm agreeing with y'all. I don't think that
Perfect example. Because I guess our definition of casual might be just different. When we went to this is years ago when he was still with Nike. When we went to one of EJ tournaments, every single kid had a pair of Kyrie Irvings on. The
because
SpongeBob collaboration.
because
all
he
of
had
that shit.
he had the best shoe.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm agreeing that like amongst the casuals, he is one of the fan favorites.
But I don't think those kids are casual fans.
I do. Those kids are not watching hoops, bro. They're playing basketball. They're playing basketball. Your brother's not watching basketball.
You're right in that sense, but I mean, I guess every kid at
Because
that point is a
they
casual.
see a highlight on Instagram of Kyrie Irving saucing somebody up and say, "That's what I want to do."
But I also don't think that they're wearing a shoe because of Kyrie Irving. I think they're wearing a shoe because it's the best shoe out.
It's probably
Nah,
a
I think it's
combination of
both.
both.
Yeah,
I think it's definitely
I think Kyrie
both.
has a lot of influence
Dog.
on that shoe.
EJ has an enormous amount of Kyrie shoes. He's never said that Kyrie is one of his favorite players. I've never heard my younger brother. He'll probably tell you Kyrie is a bad man. You know,
Who would be on his list?
He loves LeBron, Steph. He had a Derrick Rose phase when he was young. I don't know who the hell he like now.
I feel like all Chicagoans.
He
had a Derrick
probably
Rose
loves
phase.
he probably loves Shai. Now everybody is Shai, but that's all I'm saying. I just think that he had one of the best shoes. Like Kyrie
I
Irving
think
had
it's
the
so-
best
yeah.
shoe line.
I can't
in the
argue
game.
with that. I
He
think
had
it's
the best shoe
definitely
line.
both though. Like, I mean, I'm very like one of the majority, or I'm one of the
You
best.
have Kyrie's?
But I got Kyrie. Also, not only did I found out they were comfortable once I got them, but that wasn't my first pair of Kyrie's too. I also got them before because I just wanted a pair of Kyrie. I liked Kyrie.
Me too.
You know.
I got a pair. I got shoes of guys who ain't necessarily my favorite. I got some New Balances.
Same.
Like, you know, like
I got some.
it's just
yeah,
some
I
hot
got some New
shit.
Balance.
It's some hot shit.
Never
And
put them on though.
the one, and I like New Balance, but the one basketball shoe I got for them, it really hurt me. Like they
messed your toe up?
had some thing on the side that like rubs against the foot.
Oh, you mean like literally hurt you?
Yeah, it really
I thought
hurt
you meant,
me.
like messed you
I
up
loved
mentally
it. It
or
was a
something.
pink shoe. There was like the hot pink one, and it got a little bit of lime green. But hey, I hope the comments say that I'm wrong. I hope people is casual fans say, "Hey, we love Kyrie," because I just think Kyrie is
Like I said, I always feel like
amazing and brilliant.
I'd be just impressed if you could give me a little bit more than just like the generic answer. Like, I know you said they be talking about the MVPs and the new guys and stuff, but like topical that came on is like talking about best handles, and somebody said Kyrie. I think that's like everybody gonna say Kyrie at that point. But when it's like, man, Bones Highland, he dead, like, you know, that type of stuff.
Exactly.
If somebody's mentioning Bones Highland, they're
you know
not
what I'm
really
saying?
fitting
That's
the
when
casual.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like Kyrie, the
think
Kyrie
it's
shit
all
would be
also-
like, you know, I don't think it's too far fetched to say that Kyrie has the best. I think that's the, like Mike said,
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
like
layup answer.
that's the answer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so are you
Good
picking Suns or you picking Warriors?
Oh, that's
I pick the Warriors.
I'm taking KD. So give me
Okay.
Suns.
we 2-2.
D-book too.
No, I was Suns until Derrick's argument, so I'm Warriors too now. We're going Warriors.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
All right, sorry,
3-1?
Suns fans.
that's okay.
OKC, watch out. Experience, baby.
Go ahead and advance OKC 2 to the next round. Let's get the other top left, Bulls versus Miami Heat.
This is gonna be tough.
I ain't gonna lie, I might take the Bulls.
Oh, talk to me, Mike.
I
Come on.
might take
Give
the
me full
Bulls.
screen so people can see how happy I am
Hold
that
up
Mike
now.
is thinking
Hold
about
up.
the Bulls.
I got to interject, Austin. There's no way y'all going against a team with Jimmy Butler.
Well, it's my favorite
There's
team.
no
so
way, no. But
I'll
Mike,
make
it
my
ain't his
argument.
favorite team, Mike. There's no way you going
They
against
not,
Jimmy Butler.
they not that team from last
but
year.
it's
Still,
Jimmy
bro.
Butler.
It's Jimmy Butler one game elimination.
This is when
But
he.
they don't have Max Strus this year.
They
So
don't.
that- so
They
They
don't
was
need
30
him.
seconds. What was it? 30, 90 seconds away from having their season end, and Max Strus
Yeah,
came
they-
By
through.
the Bulls, yeah.
They don't
by
need
the
it. They got a
Bulls.
top 10 guy. This is when he turns top 10. We don't have to worry about the regular season because this is when he becomes top 10.
But the Bulls got Kobe White
Do they?
and DeMar DeRozan. Oh, we projecting that Kobe White's gonna play?
No, he's playing this week, so
Yeah.
DeMar
Billy said he was-
DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan been the
One
way DeMar
game?
DeRozan been playing lately.
he's a clutch player of the year.
Yeah,
All right, and all
So far this season, for reference, the season series is 2-2.
okay.
2-2. All earlier in the year, all in December. For
I hate
whatever
that.
reason, they
I
all
hate
played.
that they
in-
do that.
What is happening?
Whatever we doing scheduling be just be messing stuff up sometimes, bro.
You
Don't
wanna-
get him
you
in a
wanna
row with
ring-
D Mills.
Well, the way it worked is they had both games within 2 days. So like the Miami comes to Chicago for
Yeah.
a 5-day stretch. They play twice, and then we go to Miami for 5 days, which sounds like a good time. You know what I'm saying? Going to Miami for 5 days. But yeah, talk to me. I know where my head is at. It's different than where my heart is at, though.
You know, it's the thing that really is that DeMar Jimmy matchup, and I think that's gonna be the big determining factor for me in this. And it's hard for me to go against Jimmy in this. I just think Jimmy, the way he plays in these big time games, it just shows me that it's hard to bet against him. And DeMar DeRozan hasn't shown me something consistently through the playoffs that I could trust him in a big game like this. That's my thing. I've seen DeMar DeRozan fold in big games before.
Damn.
Jimmy Butler's never been that guy for me.
They just been putting up like 85 points, 90 points a game. You know, I think it's just, I feel like the Bulls can outshoot
And
that.
that's enough if you can lock in defensively.
It
The
hasn't,
Miami-
it hasn't been enough. They were just recently was on a 4-game losing streak there.
They were, but
That
I'm just-
again-
Terry Rozier has still not get like. I mean, he took 20 shots and they kind of needed all them shots, but he missed the shots. That's like, it's a reason why they brought in him. Like a couple months ago, he won Player of the Week. Usually
Correct.
that's for like Luka Doncic or Jokic. For Terry to win that means he was hooping this year.
Correct me if
you
I'm
know?
wrong. They lost last night to Philly.
They did.
Yes, they did.
Yep.
Before that game, they beat the Pistons.
Yes, on a buzzer beater. by
Before
Bam.
that, they was on a 4-game losing streak. And the game before that,
They beat the
They beat
Pistons
the
back to back, and then the 4-game losing streak.
and then before that 4-game lose. So in their last 8 or so games, they've only beaten the Pistons 3 times. They won against the Pistons.
They beat the
4-game
Pistons
losing streak.
Twice.
Since the beginning of March, they beat the Utah Jazz once, and then the Pistons 3 times.
Right.
Oh, okay,
So
you
it
were-
went it went Pistons 1 time,
4-game losing
lose
streak.
4 games.
Pistons
twice,
Okay.
lose Pistons.
Yeah.
Yeah. But before that, they were hooping.
They were.
They got Sacramento, New Orleans, Philly, Milwaukee,
Because Jimmy was starting
Orlando.
to.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
thought this. So. So you're taking Miami.
I'm taking Miami. To win
You're
the
taking
elimination.
Chicago.
I'm taking Miami.
Oh, okay.
You know, I mean, I want to take the
Yeah, I
Bulls,
know,
but
but-
if I've watched as much as I have, I still don't feel good about the Bulls.
I'm going to take the Miami Heat.
All right. Heat advanced, but that second round matchup, Heat versus Boston Celtics, baby. Let's finish the first rounds, though. Let's go across. Have we decided on the
The
Pelicans Jazz one from
Pelicans advance.
Pelicans.
Pelican? Go back up, Austin. Pelicans will advance in
Look
that
at the
one.
Pelican fly.
Okay, now we got Brooklyn versus 76ers. Brooklyn is dog shit right now. Tyrese Maxey could probably 1-5 them, and I'll feel comfortable with it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Brooklyn hasn't been.
Unless you can make an argument for it if you
I'm
want
not
to.
making
have
no
an
argument for Brooklyn to
Okay.
advance.
So yeah, give us 76ers.
Nick
advance.
Nurse will find a way to pull that shit out.
Okay. Next, any other
Pacers
Pacers versus Hawks?
This is a lot of offense.
Yes, it is.
This is a lot of offense
Yes,
right
it
here.
is. This isn't it that game that scored like 160
Yes.
to 165 earlier? Trey Young is out.
Yes, he is.
So that changes the dynamic of the series. We've been seeing some decent stuff from
Jalen Johnson
and
Murray still.
DeJounte.
So I still think it'd be high scoring, especially when you talk about the defense of the Pacers.
I've been seeing them give too many minutes to random guys. Like
Vet Krejci starting, baby.
Vet Krejci. I've seen Wesley Matthews get real minutes.
AJ Griffin's not playing though.
Yeah, he's not even eligible. He's not suited. Well, maybe he is now because of injuries, but a lot of the season he wasn't suited up.
Which is crazy because he had such a good rookie season.
Yes, he did.
So it's surprising to see him come out and then like just not even break the rotation.
Yeah, Quinn Snyder just don't rock with bro.
No Benedict Mathurin on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, the Pascal Siakam, Tyrese Haliburton duo is pretty much versus DeJounte and Jalen Johnson. I'm taking Tyrese and Pascal.
I'm taking the Atlanta Hawks. We just talked about earlier in the show the slump Tyrese Haliburton has been. Maybe he's still not 100%. At 21% from three over the last since the All-Star break or whatever, it's not encouraging for me. So yeah, I'm riding with the Atlanta Hawks.
I'm gonna ride with the Pacers. The Hawks haven't had any form of consistency, and even though what you mentioned is 100% facts, Tyrese does not look nearly the same. But in the in-season tournament, we saw them get up for them games when it really mattered. So
That's when he was hitting.
Yeah, that's definitely.
And even with him
something.
struggling, they've still been able to pull out games.
A few of them, and Pascal's looking better and better.
Hawks
every
have
game.
pulled out some games.
Yeah.
They just way far behind.
Yeah, I got to go with the Pacers on this one. The Hawks, they just been really disappointing this season. I think KB mentioned a lot, but I'm going with the Tyrese.
All right. And then we got one last Western Conference matchup.
This one gonna be a dog fight.
Mavericks versus Lakers.
Taking the Mavericks.
It's going to be the Mavericks, bro.
Damn, that's it. No conversation. We need to let's have a conversation.
I don't
Let's
know.
have a
I
conversation.
don't think it's
I don't
that
see a
easy.
dog fight in this.
I see a dog fight because I just saw LeBron go out by himself and get a Warriors 40. I think
And
if
lost.
he did, but I think if he has his counterpart there
I just seen the Mavericks beat the best team in the West.
by a miracle.
It ain't no bye. They won.
They did, but it was
That's
by a
all it
miracle
take in
shot.
That's
March
all it
Madness,
takes is to
baby.
win.
It does.
That's
Kyrie
all
hit
it
that
takes.
shot,
That's
it's over.
exactly.
They had to play the perfect game to win.
And they did.
They did.
When if the Lakers played the perfect game, you're telling me about Bron
The
scoring
bubble.
40 and still
the
losing.
in-season tournament. That Pelicans game, the Lakers look like
In-season
the
tournament
greatest
Lakers
of all
was
time.
different.
Yeah.
The hell?
They wanted that
you
5
telling
in
me about
advance.
you telling me they barely won, and you telling me some shit about when the Lakers lost. I don't understand that argument at all. Don't tell me about a loss. Who was winning this game? If your only concrete evidence to support what you're saying is in a loss, then please don't talk
But
to me about
Anthony
that.
Davis got hurt early in that game, so it's hard to even judge that game. LeBron still tried to willingly get
So
that
is
team that
Anthony
W.
Davis playing in this game?
Yes, Anthony Davis.
Is he gonna play?
Yeah, he gonna play.
He's playing. He's already playing.
Fuck you
That
mean?
eye
Yeah, he gonna
contusion-
play.
that eye
How you
contusion-
know? What if he
Because
sits
he
out?
gonna
He's
play.
playing. He's already back
He gonna
playing.
play this game.
He's already been cleared to play. He's already back playing.
He's already back playing.
It'll be like they talk to him. Yeah, he's gonna play. I'm taking the Mavericks whether he's playing or not. Damn it.
Hey, and I'm not
That's
mad
my
at you.
final answer.
I feel
Telling
like
me
my
about
answer
no
was
damn.
just so
Don't-
quick.
Hey,
It
don't
had to be
ever-
some
hey,
PTSD.
Don't ever argue against me.
No,
with,
I think
don't ever
no,
argue. Don't
yeah,
ever
no,
argue. Don't
I'm
ever
arguing
argue
with you.
Don't,
Just because you louder don't make your point.
I'm not
more.
even loud. Don't ever argue with me and support it. You didn't even let me finish. Support it with a fact from a loss.
Nah, here.
Argue with me,
Hey,
but show me a win.
AD finna go out there and dog those bigs. Don't none of them want to deal with him. I'm going AD and Bron in this.
Can you,
Daniel Gafford
can
and
you
Derrick
support
Lively
it
is
with a
not ready
win?
for that.
Can you support it with a win? Don't argue with me about a game that they lost.
No, because you know what else is going to be a big factor in this? Anthony Davis' defensive versatility in that pick and roll with Kyrie and Luka. That's going to be also a big determining factor in this. And I think that would be enough for them to come out with this win. LeBron and AD will be too much of a two-headed monster. And I think the The Lakers have enough defensively to be able to control at least one of the guards.
Not at all.
Yes, they do.
Give me the Mavericks.
Yes, they do.
You had me into that
They
last sentence.
Bro,
It's really
funny because the Lakers do.
Klay Thompson.
Lakers gonna do
Klay
a good
Thompson
job
was doing his
of
thing.
putting bodies in front of them. It really comes down to Mavericks just hit their shots, bro.
Yeah.
Because Luka gonna give them all the.
Well, I
best-
mean, that's every team in this tournament. They got to
but
make their shots.
that's the Mavericks offense though.
The Mavericks missed a lot of shots against
I
the Nuggets.
trust the Lakers'
and
third
still
option
pulled that
more
game
so
out.
than the Dallas Mavericks' third option. And
I wouldn't even think about. I wouldn't even think about the options.
I trust
the
they
top
two
two options
options.
provide enough for the three for the Mavericks. I'm
Why
just,
you arguing Mavericks?
No, I'm trying to rationalize.
Where's your
it.
backbone? Argue for your
I'm
team.
trying to
I'm arguing
rationalize,
for his team
bro.
more than him.
I didn't argue for the Bulls. I'm just talking.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
rationalize.
don't be no
because
jackass
the
because you like
Mavericks
a
can-
team. You right. Talking about a damn
The
third
Mavericks,
option.
every time we play
The
it,
third option is
we're
one of the
gonna
biggest
double
swing factors in the
anytime
game.
Luka
Now when
gets
your
anywhere
top
close
two
to
is
the paint.
30-point triple-double and left hand for the game winner.
So you talking about a dude that both dudes can go out there and get you 30, and AD can get you 5 blocks and 5 steals. Like Anthony Davis is that type of dude too. The defensive impact is way greater than what Luka and Kyrie giving you.
But he's not
LeBron
guarding-
and AD
he's
finna,
not guarding
LeBron
either
and
of
AD
them.
finna put them boys in every action. You can't go out there and hunt LeBron and Anthony Davis.
They
on the
went.
defensive
They
side
did
of
the
ball.
same thing against the Warriors. They put Steph Curry in every action and it resulted into nothing.
It resulted in LeBron getting 40.
but that's not even a game y'all should be arguing about. Anthony Davis didn't play.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just giving an example of
Yeah.
everything that you're saying, but you keep telling me and referencing me about something and they lost.
But it was LeBron. It was LeBron trying to get them to win. When Anthony Davis only played 13
I think
minutes.
he's going to try to get them to win against the Mavericks too.
And
But I
as
think they're
long
going
as
to
he
lose.
got Anthony Davis in that one game elimination, give me the Lakers.
Okay, give me the Mavericks. The fuck?
Where your head at, Mike?
Usually, I would in this type of scenario, I would go with the Mavericks because I think they're gonna outshoot us.
Who
but
has a season series?
we beat them before?
It's 2-1 Dallas Mavericks.
We beat
I
them
didn't, say,
before.
I didn't say. I said the season series, brother. I didn't say y'all didn't beat that. You can win a series and have lost. You know, a series is more than one game, right?
That shit also don't matter for. It shit also
I didn't
don't
say it.
matter.
I just.
We
I
just,
didn't-
use it as a frame of reference.
I'm not saying anything matters, brother. Holy shit.
Every
Holy
time we play
shit.
the Mavericks,
I'm just bringing up information,
I
brother.
understand. I understand.
You don't
that.
understand.
I-
You don't
I'm
understand.
telling you, I
No, you
understand.
didn't understand. You just had a whole. You almost shit yourself. Relax. Boy, the Lakers ain't.
You
The
ain't gotta
Lakers ain't that
overreact because
shit.
D-Mills
You-
beat you in your argument.
well,
That's why you mad. I found
I'm
out.
not mad.
I know. D-Mills good
I'm not
shit.
mad.
Where is your head at on this
I
game?
can't. I'm
You
trying
want-
to
you
go.
want
He
some
keeps
giggles?
going.
I'm not
He's gonna
mad
keep
about-
going.
and-
He's gonna
and it's
keep
an
going.
argument. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
Can we hear
'Cause
where his
I
head
wanna
is
hear
at?
you argue. How about you argue?
No, I just
Mr.
want to hear
Funk?
where his head is at.
Fight for your life. Fight for because we
I'm
seen
trying
you
to move
argue.
on.
We
I'm
seen
trying to
you
move
argue. Have we not seen you argue?
Yeah, we seen
Oh,
you argue
okay, yeah.
before.
Keep rubbing that little ass knee, fat finger ass boy. Stop! Don't play with me.
Where
don't
is
play
your
with
head
me.
at in
'Cause
this
you
one
gonna,
game
You gonna
elimination?
glaze him, and I'm gonna get on you. You gonna have to fight for yourself with me.
I appreciate you, Glaze.
Bro, why you guys gotta go a little bit? You gotta go a little bit further, bro.
Krispy Kreme donut.
Our
Now make your
offense been
point.
there as of late, and I think that's the scariest thing about going against the Mavericks, because how dangerous they are at shooting the ball. I think we got the tools defensively, so I'm going back with my Lakers.
Okay.
No surprise there.
What do we do at a 2-2 then?
Oh, you want Mavs?
Yeah, I'm on Mavs.
Austin.
Austin?
Austin, what's your gut
Austin?
telling you?
He said the Mavericks. Matter of fact, y'all can put the Lakers on there. I'll switch. But go back to the screen. Watch how fast this shit gonna be. The Mavericks can really go on a real run. The
Oh,
Lakers,
the
ain't gonna
Lakers
shit.
can win that game against the Wolves. I would take
Yeah.
Lakers versus Wolves in a one-game
Oh,
elimination.
that's what they're gonna play.
Yeah.
I think, that's a toss-up.
Oh, I thought they was gonna get some Mavericks. You're right. Yeah, whatever team win this game, I think is winning the next one. Because I would take the Mavericks all the way until they play potentially. Man, I'm staying Mavericks. I ain't going because y'all gonna fuck this
Well,
up.
Austin was a tiebreaker. He said Mavericks too.
Because we know what the Lakers gonna do against the Nuggets. Even Mr. Lake over there, he got the sweat in the last time the Nuggets came up. Fuck out of here, man. Put the Mavericks over there.
One game elimination, Bron is nasty, but give me the new blood. All right, so we got our second round.
One game elimination, Bron is with 3 rings.
Well, you know, game one, Bron be losing, but
But if he treat every game like in-season tournament,
yeah.
All right, so second
got
round
them
is set.
Lakers out. Got them Lakers out.
You got
We got
pushing
them
agendas
Lakers
over
out.
here.
We got them Lakers out. Hey.
Let's go
He lost his
Boston.
argument to me. Hey.
Let's go Boston versus Miami. How y'all feel about that one?
How this gonna affect LeBron's legacy?
If Jimmy Butler could pull out this series, he will be the greatest player of
Give
all
me some
time.
scared.
It's
Fuck
not a
outta here.
series.
Stop talking
Or
about
if he could pull out, if he could pull out this W against Boston with another upset.
No, just bad. Got him again. No, I was just playing.
Just stop. Just
I
stop.
was just playing. No, for real.
I'm good.
Do not
Just
fall
don't
for
do
it.
it.
Fool me once, shame on me. You
I'm
fool me
real.
twice.
I'm real. Do the handshake though.
Nah,
Do
shame
the
on
handshake.
you. I'm good.
Do the handshake. I ain't gonna let you hang it 3 times in a row.
I'm good.
There,
You can't get fooled 3 times.
You want? I see your hand moving,
I'm good.
bro.
We on Boston Celtics.
On my BMW, I wouldn't leave you hanging this every time. Come on,
I'm good.
come on.
We good.
Hey, do it right. Or I'm
You an
like,
op right now.
oh, okay. Say less. Watch this. Who we got? Celtics.
Celtics, Miami.
Celtics.
Celtics.
Yeah. I just as much as I want to, the way the Celtics have been playing, I just don't see a way where the Heat just have enough right now.
The way they would do it is just them missing hella jump shots.
Yeah. That would be the only way.
Unless they muck this game up.
Can we stop? That's like the 12th time that's come up today. And it's mostly been you and them him memeing off of you.
The Heat can't muck this game up.
No, I can't do that.
They chased Derrick White, Drew Holiday, them off that 3-point line.
Are you voting for the Heat?
No, I'm not.
Okay, work.
I'm just saying, there's a recipe.
There is a recipe to
It's
some
got to
shit.
be perfect.
Recipe to shit. Let's get to the next series. Game, I'm sorry. We got Orlando versus
Now, this
the
is
Knicks.
going to be very
Let
good.
Mike go first. I want to see Mike answer because I feel like he get swayed when he see what some other guys' choices are. So I want to see him start off.
Orlando versus Knicks. I got to go Knicks right here. I think it's gonna be a super good game, but Knicks got more offense to them.
Nah, I'm going Magic in this one because I think without OG, without Randall, we don't know we don't know the update on their health, so I can't even project them to be in the game. If there was an update, then maybe I'd be a little swayed. But like right now, Paulo and Franz have been playing amazing. Jalen Suggs is now back. The way Wendell's been playing, I think, has been phenomenal. And I think without Randall and OG, I just think it makes it a little tough for them.
For reference, they played against each other last week. No Randall, no OG. The Mavericks scored. The Magic scored 74
That
points.
was one of those bad games. It was.
Give me the Knicks.
I'm going Knicks as well.
And you got to pay attention to shit
Even
he
without
talking
OG and them, in this game, I'm going Knicks.
He's
JB for at least 40.
he mad I left him hanging. We ain't got to acknowledge shit he
Jalen
said.
Suggs, he'll take care of that.
Let's go. Keep going down. Let's finish the whole Eastern Conference second round.
Cavs.
versus 76ers. Any
No
conversation?
Joel. I don't think this.
How do you know? Based off your assumption of the Knicks, because OG just not gonna be. Donovan Mitchell playing in this game. Based off everything you said about every other team,
Donovan Mitchell, yeah. Donovan Mitchell just recently played. He went back out, but I think
he's out
gonna
for the
be
next
back.
week.
Next week.
He's still gonna be back. I can project him.
This is a hypothetical.
In my mind, the way I'm dealing with injuries is
OG
like,
could be back next week.
I'm thinking like if it's a real injury that's
Yeah.
out, then they're not. In this case, I was assuming that OG was playing just because
Me
I
too.
still don't know. But even if he wasn't, I'm still taking him in that series. And this one, I'm still taking Donovan
Yeah.
playing. But since the break, Donovan has not looked healthy. He's been playing occasionally.
I agree with your mindset. That's how I've been looking at it. But I was just going off of what he has been saying for every other team. And now when it comes to the team he want to pick, now Donovan has just miraculously gonna be playing every day. But we just talked about OG, who just got some swelling, and he act like OG got an ACL injury. Oh, it ain't gonna happen. Ain't no OG.
Ain't no timetable on OG's return. I can't judge no timetable.
Because you have to let the swelling go down. If it went down today, they would just tell you, oh, he's back. But they legitimately can't put a timetable on something, so they're not going to, which I respect when NBA teams do, because I think it's stupid to say he's going to be out for 2 weeks and then
he's not back in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Which happens all the time.
So-
Donovan Mitchell's averaged 18.5 points per game since the break on shooting splits of 40, 48, 82. So he just hasn't looked like the same player. 4 turnovers to his 4 assists, so 1-to-1 assist to turnover ratio.
no Evan Mobley.
No Mob. Yeah, he's going to be out for this hypothetical game.
I just don't think the Sixers just have enough. I just think the Garland, Jared Allen, I just don't think they have anything to really match up with that.
I'm taking an upset. I'm going Philadelphia 76ers. They have a hashtag tourney made guard and Tyrese Maxey who can go out and win you a game. He's already been kind of used to playing without Joel Embiid. It's been some time now versus the Cavaliers. This would kind of be something new that they're formulating, playing without Donovan Mitchell, who's led them all year. I love their coach in Nick Nurse being able to figure out a game plan of limiting Darius Garland. So I'm going to Philadelphia 76ers for an upset here.
personally.
I was saying Cavs, but he didn't mention Nick Nurse, and I did think about that for a second. But I'm gonna still go Cavs. I've been really liking.
Not mad at it.
I really like their defense. I think Isaac Okoro has been one of the most underrated
Absolutely.
defenders in
Yes.
terms of being
And
able
he's
to
hitting
lock
3-point
down.
shots this
Yes.
season.
I really like the Cavs, and I mean it's not the same Donovan, but he one of them players you still take 70-80% of what
And we
you
know
can
how
get.
Max Strus is in those
So-
elimination games.
He's
Can't
also
forget about
injured.
him.
He is.
George isn't. What about George
Niang.
Niang?
Or Dean Wade. You know they got a few of
They
them.
gonna come out this night.
So yeah,
So I'm gonna go Cavs.
Cavs are going to advance in this one.
Yeah.
And then the last one of the second round is Bucks versus Pacers.
See,
now, you
now,
know they got some beef.
2 months ago, I would have been like, man, Pacers,
Right.
Pacers. But
Same.
right now,
Bucks
I'm going
easily.
Bucks. Yeah.
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 Especially after they took Giannis.
That was a hell of a
after
time,
they took Giannis
man.
ball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That was a
yeah.
great time when they was figuring out whatever they was figuring out. But I gotta go Bucks here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed that part of the season
Give us Bucks.
because it was real conversation. If they match up, the Pacers got their number.
They really,
yada,
bro.
yada.
I wanted them to be in a series at the end of the year because I was like, they could have that upset.
They
man.
really
Ain't
went
no
out and
way no
got
more.
James Johnson in order to be that enforcer. So
Man
that
came in
Giannis,
with his
you
no
lose it again.
jersey, just his
They
black
gave him a
belt on.
black belt, yeah, and some nunchucks.
All right, so the next series is the Thunder versus the
Now,
Warriors.
this
Talk
is
to me.
interesting. Will the experience outmatch the youth? And I'm gonna go no.
I don't think so.
I don't think
either.
so either. I think Shai's gonna come out. Chet and Jay. I just think they have a much deeper roster when you talk about talent.
I think that the Warriors don't like. There's a real thing about the OKC Thunder that needs to be addressed in one of these games, and that's the rebound and the lack of size.
Yes.
The Warriors
Warriors don't
don't
have an
penalize
answer.
them.
Yeah.
in that
Yeah,
way.
that's I would have loved a situation where I could have convinced myself to take the Warriors,
Yeah.
and I was trying to fake hype it up because I thought one of y'all was gonna be like, I'm taking it, but nah,
Yeah.
man, they don't have an answer for Shai.
Again, we want to apologize. We're having camera trouble. We're gonna keep this conversation going though about Warriors versus OKC Thunder.
Ultimately, we're taking OKC.
We're gonna take OKC.
Yeah, we
That's
are.
what you was thinking too. All right, advance OKC. Next series is Pelicans versus Clippers.
Now this is interesting because they don't have an answer for Zion
They just played too, and it was a
Yeah.
really, really, really good game.
yeah.
and no bigs, none of the wings. Nobody can match that.
I will
physicality
say
of Zion.
Harden didn't play in that game.
Yeah.
Was the
This
back-to-back too?
This game, I would
Yes.
think that you're right, again, because we saw him before.
But then
Yeah.
again, they lost the night or a couple days after to the Hawks at home,
Yeah.
and I just lost. They got like kind of smacked around.
The Hawk. Yeah, the Hawks shouldn't be beating anybody that bad. The Zion thing is real, man.
Give me the Pelicans, dog.
The Zion thing is real.
And maybe this is a game with Brandon Ingram. You know, maybe now they both come together and Brandon Ingram both hooping. Now they both hooping. Now, you know, I'm gonna go Pelicans in this one too. I want to see an upset.
How we feeling, Mike?
I see. I might be the only guy that takes the Clippers in this one.
I think I'm taking the Clippers still too. I think I'm taking the Clippers still. I respect the Pelicans. I love what they did. But again, when you talk about single game elimination, they do have the best player, which is Kawhi Leonard.
Yes, they do.
And on any given night, we know what he can do. And I gotta lean with Kawhi. As much as I love the way Zion's been playing and the fact that he look at the Clippers as food, I just think that Kawhi Leonard, when he is locked in and he ain't trying to go home, he propels you.
Austin, you the tiebreaker.
Clippers versus Pels. How we feeling, Austin?
Clippers.
All right.
Okay.
He's taking Clippers.
He's taking
Okay.
Clippers.
The
are
Clippers will
tiebreaker.
advance.
Clippers advance, baby.
They did do something in the last game versus the Clippers that was fun. CJ McCollum didn't close out that game. Instead, they went with Brandon Ingram, Zion, Trey Murphy III, Herb Jones, and Larry Nance Jr. I thought that was interesting. That was like one of the first times they've ever played that lineup together. And it's just a bunch of big-ass wings that can defend. And
Herb Jones is a problem,
Yes,
man.
he
When he
is.
blocked that Paul George 3, I was kind of shook. But this next series, I think, is a nice Cinderella run from the Rockets.
Yeah. They got they one big win. Now
Yeah.
they gotta go against the big dogs.
the big dog don't lose.
No.
So
Nuggets.
Nuggets, no
I
conversation.
like having a little easy one right there. Shout out to the Nuggets, man.
Now this one's
Now
where
this
it gets
is
a little
one.
tough.
This is one we can talk it through.
'Cause
Now
this-
this is one of the few teams equipped to guard as much as you can Luka and Kyrie Irving.
Oh yeah,
They
for
got
sure.
the defensive minded
Jalen
players.
Daniels, Nikhil Alexander, Anthony Edwards,
Yes.
Mike Conley.
They
got
have
Rudy
options.
at the win, at the wing, at the rim.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
You said everything but the rim.
how
bro.
but in this one, I think I'm gonna still go. I'm gonna go Minnesota, just because of all the defensive weapons that Minnesota has, having the elite rim protection, I just think the season that they've had, I think they've made themselves ready for this moment. And I think Anthony Edwards is going to come out and he's going to really put their foot on their neck.
I think Darrick made a very interesting argument. A lot of points that I can't really go against. I really do love the fact that the Minnesota Timberwolves have on-ball defenders, unlike the Lakers, where you're kind of like Anthony Davis in the pick and roll. This is like, nah, we can put J-Dub on Luka. We could put Ant on Kyrie or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And then also have Rudy behind that. But I think the most important thing in a tournament is guard play. And the Mavericks having a double whammy of that, I just don't see any team being able to really contain both guys. You may be able to slow down one, but both, that's a no. And I'm ultimately thinking that the Mavericks are going to be that team for me in this bracket where they getting hot, they rolling, they explosive, and they got that guy with a sidekick. I'm going to the Dallas Mavericks.
I think in that one-game elimination, you really only got to slow down one. You're not going to slow down Luka. But if you could somehow contain Kyrie to where he not having these big explosive games, I think that's your advantage right there. Because everybody else on the Mavs, you got to worry about them, but they don't warrant that same respect as Kyrie Irving does. And, like, if you can somehow just chase them off that three-point line, because they don't really have another shot creator. All those guys are really out there just to catch and shoot threes.
That's how I feel about the Timberwolves. They don't have a Karl-Anthony Towns, so outside Anthony Edwards, I really don't fear anybody in a single-game elimination.
Because I would say slowing down Kyrie is just one. Luka, even if he's not even making a shot, he still makes the people around him better.
And if you stopping Kyrie, Tim Hardaway Jr. is a guy to come off your bench and can hit 6
PJ
threes.
Washington get him a game, too.
Yeah.
They have players.
Can he?
I think he can.
Motherfucker had a good shooting night since he got
Anybody
traded.
that was from that, anybody that left that Hornets team and got to a new team, it ain't been the same.
Gafford, well, not Gafford.
He ain't come from the Hornets.
He ain't come from the Hornets. He came from the Wizards. I was just thinking about that trade.
Give me an upset, baby. I'm going Dallas Mavericks as well.
I'm Dallas.
Damn.
If Cat was there, I would have felt very good about the Wolves. He's not there. Give me the best player in the series, please.
And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I think the Mavericks are my real Cinderella. But we'll get to them when we need to get to that.
They got that team. I'm glad you said, like, they're one of them teams with the Cinderella run that gets hot. Because that's exactly how I feel. Like, if they come out the first game, they beat the Lakers, it's because they were hot. They might have hit 15, 23s in the game. They coming in that next one, and they ready. So, I like the Mavericks.
We're on to, the final 8 teams, I think?
Yes.
Elite 8?
The
Elite 8. All right, let's start off with the top of the Eastern Conference. I think it was Boston Celtics versus who? Go up for me, Austin. Boston Celtics versus Knicks. Now, do the Knicks have enough to slow down the high-octane offense of Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum and Porzingis and Derrick
Thibodeau
White?
has some sort of scheme up his sleeve.
I'm going Knicks.
Of course. I'm not surprised by that.
I'm going
definitely
Celtics,
not
bro.
surprised.
I'm going
by that.
Knicks.
I'm taking the Celtics, too.
I'm going
Yeah,
Knicks.
I just think the Jays, Porzingis, Drew, Derrick White.
Because all Joe Mazzulla got to do is play Derrick White 48 minutes to match Josh Hart, and that neutralized him. That's it.
The difference is Jason Tatum don't even got to be amazing no more, and they could still just pull out W's.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm going Knicks is I think they're a team we can punk. I literally think that the Celtics can be punked, and I think if Tom Thibodeau is telling them that, I think we can go out there and punk them, be ultra aggressive. We got OG out there on one of the Jays, probably presumably Tatum. You go out there, Porzingis don't really want to get touched and get physical. Hardenstein and Precious Achiuwa go ahead and crash that offensive glass, get us extra possessions, and we have a guy in Jalen Brunson who I think can make things happen. The only thing that kind of edges for the Celtics is that we don't have Julius Randle, so a lot of the attention of Derrick White and Drew Holiday will be on Jalen Brunson. And then, boy, if he could withstand that, we talking about one of the greatest bracket
The
performers ever.
best thing going for the Knicks is that the Boston doesn't have no home court advantage. They've been so good. They've been smoking teams at home. They have like one of the best plus minuses in NBA history.
I also like our depth. I like Bojan off the bench. I like Alec Burks. I like the fact that Miles McBride has been playing better.
I think that even in this, though, one-game elimination, I don't think the Celtics go longer than a 7-man rotation. I think they have enough pieces to maybe go 7.
I think where the Knicks have that advantage is that if they can just crash offensive boards consistently, they have to get those extra possessions. Because if you don't, then I think this is just a blowout. You have to go out there and get those. You have to get that 20-plus rebound offensive boards for me to feel convinced.
I like our chances, especially with the way that we've been defending. I actually love our chances, but I'm not mad at y'all going Celtics.
Celtics move on. The next team Next two teams are the Cavs versus the Bucks.
I think this is the one where I'm taking the Bucks.
Yeah.
I barely wanted to take the Cavs, to be honest with you. I'm taking the Milwaukee Bucks easily in this game.
Yeah, I just think they're two-headed monsters. There's going to be a lot in the one-game elimination. And Giannis just, when he's in those one-game eliminations, he's just relentless.
I want to see more upsets, but I can't convince
Yeah,
myself.
the NBA is tough to have upsets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We're going Bucks. Advance the Bucks. Western Conference, top of the bracket. It's OKC versus the Clippers.
College basketball, we also got 64
yeah.
teams.
It's true.
64.
See, now this right here is a matchup where I could see the Thunder getting upset. The physicality of Paul George, Kawhi, Russ, James Harden. I just
Russ
feel
is
like
not there.
Russ
is
you're
not
right.
there.
He's
This
not there
will be
right now,
the-
but like,
This will be like the most
No.
ironic. If OKC pulls that out, that's got to be the most like ironic thing ever. That's the piece you traded away. He's the
Yeah.
one that kind of ends up like ending all of it. I still got. I might have to go Clippers. Though.
I'm definitely
I
going
might have to go
Y'all
Clippers
three
in this,
Clippers?
bro.
I just think they have so much there.
I might have to go Clippers in this one.
All right, Clippers
I
advance.
think Kawhi on Shea.
And I don't,
Not
I
that
don't
you
even really have
neutralize
an
them, but, like,
argument against y'all. I
They
want
just
to go
really
OKC.
good.
Yeah.
It's just a
OKC is really
basketball
good.
team. All right, Denver versus Dallas.
Now, this is gonna be interesting. This is
We just saw it.
Ooh.
yeah.
Just saw it 2
And
nights
you
ago.
know what, KB? Taking Dallas.
I can't.
I'm taking Dallas.
That one game did show me that Dallas has to have everything go right. Jokic is not gonna shoot that bad again. It's just
I hate that argument because a lot of these teams, everything has to go right.
And I don't think it's completely true because even in that game, nobody on the Dallas Mavericks hit a three
Hit a
except
shot.
for Luka versus and Kyrie.
Yeah, they missed
So it wasn't
everything.
perfect. It
They missed
definitely wasn't
everything.
perfect.
But I'm just encouraged by the fact that they were able to crash
Yeah.
the old glass like that.
Yeah, they
The
were.
fact that they were able to do it, I'm big on that. You have a star player who's able to make shots and control the game, and then you be able to control the glass. Controlling the glass and limiting second chance points or adding extra possessions for your team is such a pivotal thing in a single elimination game. And the Mavericks being able to do that, not only did they do it, they did it at a high level. That is very confident. Like that boosts my confidence for them. So
I just
I'm
don't think
going.
that's gonna happen again. I think
That's
Jokic-
fine. I think it's gonna happen again. So I'm
Jokic,
going for the
Aaron Gordon,
Mavericks.
They gonna all lock in and they gonna come in and they gonna crash the glass.
yeah, I'm going Denver Nuggets too.
Yeah.
Denver.
All right, Denver Nuggets advance. And now we got what our final
Final
four.
four.
The final four is Boston versus Milwaukee and Clippers versus Denver Nuggets. How we feeling about the Eastern Conference side? Is this the time for the Celtics to fall, or are they going to championship? How are y'all thinking?
It's time for the Celtics to go to the championship. Give me the Celtics, man. The Bucks is shout out to them for making this far, but I just think the Celtics have too much, man. I think again, kind of like the Jalen Brunson situation. You have two elite perimeter defenders and bodies that you can throw at Dame, even when you don't have them. We've seen games where you ain't needed them and to have, and we've seen results of him struggle. So with that, I give me that. You know what I mean? You telling me I can have Drew Holiday and Derrick White, sometimes maybe even Tatum and Brown occasionally, and then we can just constantly throw people at them all game long, and we don't really have a consistent Middleton. Even when you do have Middleton, he ain't looking like the Middleton of old. Oh man, yeah, give me the Boston Celtics in this undoubtedly.
Yeah, looking at this series, I was thinking that Giannis probably had to go for 50 for him to kind of get there. Because, I mean, Boston's already going to put up points. And it's like, I mean, he kind of got a size advantage. If it's not, I guess Kristaps down there. But even then, he got the speed. Like, he could torch them. But is it going to be enough? They're going to have to match all the points.
I'm also asking myself, who is Milwaukee guarding? Like, who are they putting on anybody?
That's kind of the big thing that I was kind of swaying, like, because, like, Malik Beasley and Dame ain't defending anything. And, like, Joe Mazzulla's going to put them both in every action. And it's going to be hard for the Bucks to keep
Pat
up.
Bev got the Jason Tatum assignment.
So you're going Celtics too?
I'm going Celtics.
Pat Bev on the game you went to missed so many layups. It was so funny.
It was so many little floaters that he was just smoking.
And on the broadcast, they was giving him an excuse. Well, I think he thought that the man was coming over, but he didn't. Like, no, he just smoked the layup. And got the nerve to go on Twitter talking about some belt to ass.
Right. That's the first thing. That's the first. I kept thinking that, like, he do all this talking and just
After
missing.
he played the Lakers, I think he played like 20 minutes and had no stats. He had tweeted out like, "Got some good ass cardio, man. It's like time to get back to the belt to ass tour."
I was thinking Bucks, just because they got the best player. Giannis is going to be unguardable. But
It's very
3-1.
Celtic like to blow one of these games.
But the good thing for the Celtics this year versus last year, that defense is just different, man. They actually have legitimate.
Chris Middleton's back. Come on, Chris
They
Middleton's
have
back.
they
I
have one
said
of their
that.
best
I said it
players.
didn't move me.
Oh,
He
they moves
did
me a
shit.
lot. Last game he was amazing, right? His first game back.
he was.
Last game, he was amazing.
Yeah,
Well, who was that against?
that was the Suns
They
game.
won, they
Oh,
won.
That's the only game he's played.
I mean, yeah. To me, it was overshadowed because of Bobby Portis.
Oh, it
To
was,
me,
yeah.
that was really just the
But that
thing.
was the thing I took away. Like, oh, Chris Middleton's back.
He was
and
cool.
He looked good.
He was cool.
He looked
It, I want to see them play a competitive game. That's one of them
Not
games.
if they blowing every team out. There's no competitive.
You know how
games.
every time, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but when shit is going good, everybody just go out there and they making plays and shit. I really take that as the Bobby Portis was amazing to me. That's who I give the ball game to, is Bobby Portis. Dame was also facilitating, making every good pass. Not trying to slight Chris Middleton, but yeah, I was.
No, you've been a notorious Chris Middleton hater for 7 years now.
I don't hate any of these players. You know, in the comments, the video that Clips did.
Which one? Oh, the crash out video.
There was some comments in there. There was like, man, yeah, you know, y'all on P cheeks, but I kind of agree what he's saying, and I also wish Kenny would. Oh no, he said I remember when Kenny was scared to do predictions, and somebody replied to that and was like, they was going back and forth, and you know, people were like, yeah, Kenny be on this corporate shit or whatever, and dude was like, yeah,
Corporate shit.
Kenny got relationship with these players.
What players have relationships?
That's what
with?
I was going to reply, but I'm like, I'm
I
not even gonna
appreciate
get them
y'all
to
think
go.
I'm really
But
up
I'm gonna
there.
say they really think he on the phone with Jimmy Butler. Like, yeah,
Right.
Jimmy, what you on? You finna be out there in Atlanta? Yeah. I'll sing. If I got time, I'll sing. I'm like, y'all are crazy.
The only NBA players number, because I feel like if you have a relationship, you can't just know each other on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the relationship is like we on the phone.
Your only NBA players that's in my contacts.
I play the Bulls and I'm hitting your line.
It's Tyrese.
Then
and JJ Redick. That's literally it.
Didn't even we didn't even get to hit the Haliburton party at All Star.
Yeah. Those are the only. Peyton Manning.
Hey, now that's a name
That's
drop right
that's
there.
a flex.
That's a name drop.
But that's it.
Call Peyton right now.
No, I would never. Oh, I got Duncan Robinson's number
He
too.
said hello.
Hey,
So if you ever get in one of those TikToks when people ask you who's the most famous person in your contact,
somebody asked me
Peyton
that
Manning.
and they said don't say Peyton Manning.
oh,
Oh, okay. Well,
But you know who I said? Mark Phillips.
yeah, that's
Oh.
a great answer.
did
Mark
they
Phillips.
ask you to FaceTime him?
No.
That's actually a great answer. That
He
that-
wouldn't. I don't think he would answer
but that-
anyway. Like, what the
you
fuck
don't
is he
think so?
calling me for? I don't think so.
I think Marco would answer.
You think so?
Yeah, because there's actually a relationship there. I don't think some of the other people you say.
Yeah.
JJ Redick is
Like
not
JJ,
answering.
Like, what the
JJ's not
hell?
answering. I've texted JJ and he didn't reply.
Yeah, Mark Phillips.
This guy just might be at the crib.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
RDC rock with us, man. I think he
They
would
ass be,
answer.
bro. They be just doing shit. They definitely at the crib. Have you seen that video where they was doing that challenge where they dropped like a napkin off the banister?
Yeah.
And they was racing down to go catch it. They just be doing
having fun.
stuff. Yeah.
That's all they do.
To me, that's a relationship. We have experiences.
Who else?
Text
Who else numbers we got?
calls, but like
Kevin O'Connor number.
just have right like that. Like I got Kevin O'Connor number, but I don't think we have a relationship.
Yeah, no.
Like what the hell?
I also got Bob Myers in here.
Nice.
Y'all have text?
Yeah,
Y'all have text?
we talked on the
Y'all
phone
have text?
twice,
Oh,
Y'all have text?
and he did say if you ever need anything, let me know.
But
I don't never need nothing.
when and RDC came to Chicago and they was like, link up. To me, that's a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I know I'm in your area, I'm finna hit you. That's my dog. I'm finna see what you on.
facts.
But like, yeah, that was funny. But Final Four, we took Boston. On the Western side, we have the Clippers and the Nuggets. Look, he's scrolling through that phone.
I'm just trying to see who. Like,
said-
there's a lot of numbers here. I'm like, who the fuck?
He
is
said,
that?
"Do I have Tyler Hero number?"
Clippers,
D-Mills, who
Nuggets.
you got, man?
See, this is
If the Nuggets can beat and tame that red hot Mavericks team, I just think that you know that's the most dangerous team to beat is that red hot underdog.
I think the Clippers are the toughest team to beat for them. That's a matchup nightmare. Paul George, Kawhi. Like I just think that's gonna be
limiting the
tough.
others. And
Yeah, and it's like Kawhi Leonard is just such a playoff riser that like he's so damn
The
good.
ultimate playoff risers in the other team.
I was about to say they had the best player in the world in the locker room.
that's true.
They do, but
And no answer for him.
Literally.
Literally no answer.
and then Ty Lue always has some great scheme. He always has, and so did Mike Malone.
I was about to
Mike Malone be doing his thing. It's gonna be a coaching battle. This is-
Good coaches
this
on
is
both
literally- This
sides.
is literally gonna be a
Not just Jokic. Jamal Murray is a playoff riser as well.
Yes.
So it's, you know,
You taking playoff Jamal or playoff PG?
Well, playoff Jamal has lived a little bit higher.
Yeah,
hasn't
playoff
he?
Jamal is
Playoff PG against the Suns without Kawhi was a bad man.
But bubble Jamal Murray was on the
Woo,
other shit.
last year Jamal Murray, not even
last
bubble,
year,
just a whole
Jamal
last
Murray's
year.
a bad man. I'm taking Jamal Murray. I'm taking playoff Jamal Murray.
Yeah, playoff Jamal Murray.
The only playoff P I'm taking over Jamal is dunk on Birdman, head to head against Bron. That was
early
long
Paul
ago.
George in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Was crazy.
that was a long time ago.
I was about to say that was a decade.
Yeah,
ago.
that was a long time ago.
That make me feel so old.
For real.
Yeah, dude. We was in high school.
Yes. Yeah.
We were.
We were. I don't know about you.
I probably just graduated.
In this game, though, I'm gonna go Nuggets. They don't really have an answer for Jokic.
Yeah.
Denver for me.
Denver. All right. Well, we're down to our final two teams, maybe the real NBA Finals, which makes me feel like we did a bad job.
Yeah.
One game elimination shouldn't end
I
up
was
just
trying
being
to
the
tell
two
you out
best
there
teams.
early. We should have had more fun, pick upsets, and just it ain't got to be so
Celtics,
hard.
Celtics lose that bad game.
No, restart it. Just restart the whole thing.
How are we feeling about Celtics versus Nuggets for the final? One game, only one game. Does that change
No,
perspectives
no.
on anything? Hell, I tried to get the Celtics out of here last series, so give me Denver Nuggets.
I'm going Denver.
I tried to get the Celtics out 2 series ago with the Knicks. And I tried to get the Nuggets out with the Mavs. We
Yes,
would
you
have had
did.
a Mavericks-Knicks potential, or, you know what I'm saying?
We weren't letting that slide.
Right, yeah. Mavericks-Knicks, whew. But give me Nuggets.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to bet against them in this.
No, matter of fact, give me the Celtics.
Ooh.
Give me the Celtics.
All right. I'm
I
glad
think
it's not
Aaron
unanimous.
Gordon, for me, can do a pretty decent job on Tatum to contain him.
Still got to worry about the other dude. People
KCP's
are underrated.
KCP on Jalen Brown, I think, would be all right. But
Shit,
then
he had
Jokic,
40 last time.
Jokic with Porzingis.
Literally at 40.
Jokic with Porzingis is just free food. It's free food, baby. And then you can't send doubles because we already know the playmakers.
They're not. I think they would put Jokic in a situation and say beat us.
I think they would too. I honestly think they got one of them defenses like we trust our guys one-on-one.
Take your twos, we'll take our
Yeah.
threes, and we're stopping Jamal Murray. He's not about to save the day for y'all. I think you have to go in there with that mindset. I
I think
that.
a lot of teams have tried to say Jamal Murray's not saving the day for you, and he's going out there.
But I
and
think a
saving
lot
the
of
day.
teams are also, you're going off of a series. This is a single game elimination, brother. Can't think playoff series. This is a single game elimination. Which I'm not saying your answer is wrong, but ain't no reason to combat ours because it's a single game elimination.
You're right.
I want to go Denver so bad because they just a better team.
That-
to me, I think they're the
in
better
my
team, but I think
mind-
the Celtics is going to grab it in a one game.
That's literally, he said it, my thought process. What you're saying is how I view a series.
Yeah.
That's why I just said what I said to you. In a series, hands down, I'm probably taking the Nuggets, I think. But in this single game elimination,
He
Hands
still
down,
sounded
I
a little
think.
indecisive.
Yeah.
because it's 15 games left, I wanted to make sure, because I don't want to get there and come back and be like, I'm taking the Celtics. And everybody like, I thought it was hands down. Single game elimination, I'm taking the Celtics. They got so many bodies. They have a starting five that's kind of like an all-star team, but I'm sounding like D Mills. I keep making a case that I feel like I could make for the Nuggets. I don't know, man. Somebody else pick a damn team.
I'm going Denver. I'm pretty stable in
I
that.
said Denver.
Denver.
It might be two. I got Celtics.
2-2 to end.
I'm going Celtics.
And we just let
2-2.
the fans decide then
Yes,
at that
yes,
point.
yes.
Sorry,
Yes.
Austin. We gonna let
I'm
the
so
fans
indecisive.
decide.
We could literally put a poll in the chat.
Yes, we can.
There we go.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know how we did on our March Madness. What upsets do you think we
Should've happened.
neglected?
Please, comments. Get on their ass.
Because that
Playing safe.
potential Bulls Celtics game would have been crazy.
Next time we do some shit like this, I'm refusing to play safe.
I agree. I'm going to be with you.
There we sensei. Every series is gonna be 2-2 down the middle.
No, we can make it a little controversial.
Pull that back up, Austin. Just want to see something.
Like when I got Wemby in the championship.
Well, next year he might be there.
Like, yeah, we could have scroll up and
Well, we
down.
had
a
an
little bit.
upset with Kings Rockets.
We did. That was just one though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of them. Definitely didn't have a lot of
Yeah.
them. We picked. Oh no, Mavericks are the favorite in that. It feels like an upset because it's LeBron James and the Lakers, but it's really not.
The Clippers upset the Thunder.
That's not really an upset to me. That's like a 1-3 seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It was still fun.
I
If
mean,
y'all
we could have had the Heat. We could have had the Heat muck it up against the Celtics.
Oh my God!
Stop
Get us
saying
full
this.
screen, please, so we can get out of here with this damn
Hey, I
muck
like
it up.
muck it up.
If you enjoyed this episode,
Handshake. Give me some skin.
I thought this whole episode he was gonna go without giving him his depths.
No, I'm not on that. I was seriously when I said the third time. I was seriously saying give me 5.
Leave us a like, subscribe to the channel, go to audio, 5 stars. Let us know what you think about our March Madness bracket. Also in the comment section, let us know about real March Madness. Who you got winning? Just one sentence. Who you got winning this year?
Kentucky.
Who you got winning?
Northern Illinois. Northwestern.
Who do you have winning?
Northwestern.
The tournament?
Yeah, Northwestern Illinois.
Okay. Who do you have?
No, wait. Who
Wait,
was
They just
Northwestern?
qualified to be in there.
Who was
Northwestern Illinois.
Is it Northern? No, NIU. NIU qualified.
They're not.
They're
the
not in
tourney.
the tournament.
Who in
brother.
Illinois recently qualified?
Northwestern.
Illinois is in
Illinois is
it.
an attorney.
And Northwestern,
But
but
that's
they're
it.
I said Northwestern.
no. You said Northwestern, Illinois.
Oh, Northwestern.
You picked 2 teams.
Northwestern.
Are
is
they
a
like a
team.
9 seed or something?
Who?
Northwestern.
They are. Yeah. They're playing against Florida Atlantic in the first round.
Northwestern's
They may
taking
not
out.
make it.
Who
out
their
of the
best
first round.
player?
I don't know.
I saw a team that had a best player
Boo
name was
Booey.
Day.
Yeah.
Give me them. Give me them.
Day Grant.
Day Grant.
Day Grant.
Bro, nah, I gotta figure out that dude I showed you. Remember?
UConn going back to back.
I
baby.
said you
On the
too.
post game interview, and it's like his voice do not match his body or whatever.
Oh,
I
that,
put
was,
up-
that was Eddie House's son.
Yeah, that's Jalen.
Okay,
Jalen
yeah.
House.
I
He's an
put up-
attorney too.
So you know that's his son and his uncle is Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby's sister in Eddie House had. So his family is NBA East basketball family. I put up the U for UConn. This is Miami. So it's no disrespect to the Hurricanes, but I don't know no other way to put up a U.
UConn.
UConn Huskies. But that's so boring. I'm hoping they don't win it. I want to see if the damn 7th seed. I would love to see Northwestern win it. The Northwestern's on the same side as UConn. But the thing is, UConn is so damn good, they're going to wipe the floor with Northwestern if Northwestern even get a chance to play them.
I don't know if they got that first one.
Houston, too defensive for me. I like defense, but not that damn much. You got to score some points, buddy. You got to score some points. Iowa State beat Houston twice. Iowa State is a team to look at. But then at the same time, they don't move me enough. I don't know why. I like Kentucky a lot, though. I think Kentucky years, I'm very confident Kentucky this year. Cinderella teams, McNeese, Shahada Wells.
Hell
Write
yeah.
down Shahada Wells. Remember the name Shahada Wells. McNeese
only
and
reason
give
I
me
know that-
Sanford
It's because
with a chore.
one of y'all was talking about 5th-year seniors.
Yeah.
And I was like, is he a 6-year senior? I saw a TikTok that said he's a 6-year
And you
senior.
know, that's my dad's homie friend.
Oh,
Son.
wow. Dad's homie friend.
No, I'm
son.
sorry. My dad is friends with that dude you're talking about, son, who is the starting center, Shoemay.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Sanford over Kansas and McNeese over Gonzaga.
I think I
Who
had
else we
both of
got?
those in my
We
my
got
thing.
Grand Canyon over St. Mary's, and then we also have one more, which is my mind is going
Drake.
blank. Drake over Washington. I would say take Washington State. I would say take
I
Washington
made a
State.
bracket video too, but I did it knowing
I'm going with Drake.
I
There's
might have
one,
to do that again.
there's one more that I'm thinking of. They wear purple. My mind is going
Sanford?
blank. No, I did Sanford over Kansas. It's one more upset that I had. They were 5-12. 5-12. I said Grand Canyon. I said Sanford. Let's see.
Are they 23-3 or 21-3? One of
I
those
got
type of teams?
McNeese. We did Grand Canyon, and we're also going to do James Madison over Wisconsin.
Oh, James Madison. Yeah, James Madison got a brick.
James Madison
What
over
that mean?
over West. What?
Hey, in the episode. Oak Park, bro.
Oak Park is hell.
Oak Park. All right, you can. Yeah, thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all in a couple of days.
Peace.
You ain't never heard somebody say, "Damn, they got a brick."
You gotta
Like when KD joined the